Hello,
Daniel Iram.
Kakiro. How are you?
How are you?
I'm happy in our sixth anniversary. How are you?
Today? What?
Mm-hmm.
You waited until right now to remind me?
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, I mean, you're being dumb. Of course you
Always,
do.
always on point. Yes. Consistent. So yes, happy anniversary,
Yes.
Danielita Divine.
Yeah.
Lindita.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, 6 years.
6 years. Yeah.
6 years ago, I was uncomfortably trying to figure out if I um, wanted to let myself date you um, because I wanted to, but I was scared. I was very scared.
Mm-hmm.
And my way of saying that I was scared was telling you, hey, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I was just trying to be like super nonchalant.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like,
Well, not like that, but I told you,
uh,
well,
uh, uh,
no, that's just
uh,
not what
uh.
I'm looking for right
Yeah.
now. So if it's like just chill, like being together, but like not really, not thank you.
Yeah, I was very scared. I mean, I had been divorced for a while, but I hadn't dated. And I thought that I was never going to meet anyone, to be honest. I always thought, well, I'm going to be alone. I don't want to be bothered. I just don't want to hang out with anyone. I just don't. I really don't. I don't know if you remember, but for the longest time, Leach and Alejandra were telling me that, oh, you should go out. Oh, you should come out with us. And I had said no, like tons of times. I'm just remembering this.
No.
Yeah, you can ask Leach. And, you know, uh, at some point I was like, oh, well, okay. And, but throughout all that time, I really felt I just don't want to. I just don't. And I guess it's like everything. I mean, you were in relationships before me. I was in relationships before you. And it's always that kind of scary thing that you have to start all over again. You know, you have to meet somebody all over again. And, um, you have to invest so much of yourself and be so vulnerable if you're doing things right that you don't want to go through like failure again. It's like you don't want to go through pain or failure or heartbreak. So I guess it's just a way of protecting oneself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I remember that you were um, very mature. You were the mature one of the two of us.
You
At
were?
that, well, you still are, yes. At that moment, and you said, "Hey, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna try. Like we're gonna genuinely try." And it's not like cop out, like, "Hey, it didn't work out. You go on your own
Yeah,
way.
because
I'll
in
just
my
keep
mind,
going."
what you were trying to say is like, if it doesn't work out, or if I just like stop talking to you, that's it. And that was cool. And I was like, no.
No, no, no.
I mean, at that moment, I would be okay with you being like that, like knowing that you were like that and just being your friend. But I was not gonna, because I'm not that type of person. I mean, I know myself and I know I wouldn't be okay with that. Like
Yeah,
being like, yeah, I mean, we're fighting and he just like deleted me and 2 months have passed and I have no idea where he is. No. So, yeah. But I'm happy that you decided to take the risk.
well, we both did. Yeah, it wasn't like
Yeah, but the thing is that I
you were
wasn't
like,
afraid of being in a relationship. I mean, and I've been in relationships that ended not well,
mhm.
others that ended in better terms. But the thing is that at that moment, I felt like I wanted to be with you, and that's what I wanted. And I mean, I'm the type of person that if I want that, I know that I want that, and I know that being vulnerable is like prone to have you being hurt.
Yeah,
but I would better risk that
Yeah.
because maybe that would get me somewhere. And luckily it did. Because I have to say it's the best relationship I've had in my entire life.
Oh, me too.
And I'm so happy to be with you.
Yeah, me
So,
too. Me too. No, no doubt about it. I have no regret whatsoever. Um, yeah, that first step is a little scary. It's for sure a little scary. And for me, it was scary, I guess. Well, I'm not trying to compare myself, but to whatever you felt. Um, but in my mind, it was just gonna be super difficult for me, just because you know there were more variables to myself. Let's say it wasn't just about me; it was also someone fit. So my in my mind, I was like, oh, who wants to be with somebody who, you know, divorced, has like two kids? Like, who wants that? Like, that's too much. That's like
well,
way
but
too
that
much
was,
baggage.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you could think about it now and you can say, yeah, that's not the way to approach it. But also, I think that that's never, I mean, not in that occasion, not never. That should be the way you approach a relationship because then you're never gonna give a step into
Oh yeah,
the relationship. So,
yeah, yeah.
because I
But
think, and I know that you're saying, no, I have more variables, but one could justify like a ton of things in their head. Like, no, but I
oh
mean,
yeah, yeah,
I am this type of person,
yeah.
so
Or
I'm
I
not
have
gonna
a
be
weird relationship with my parents.
exactly, or like I don't like myself that much, or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
there's always gonna be something that would stop you.
yeah,
And I think that that's also your mind, as you were saying, like trying to protect themselves.
yeah,
But the thing is that I think that when you enter a relationship, you don't have to protect yourself from anything. Because if you enter like super guarded,
mm,
you can be hurt. And also, if you don't get super protective, you can get hurt.
yeah,
But also, there's another part of that equation, and it's that you can be very happy.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. And I think we, well, I was gonna say we lucked out, but I also think we've worked really hard for
What's
it.
we locked out? I'm
Lucked
sorry.
out is like we were lucky. It's
Oh,
just an
yeah, yeah.
expression of
Luck
saying,
as lucky. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought like locked.
yeah.
Like,
Not locked out of a room. No,
yeah.
no, no. No. But I think we were very lucky. But I also think that that we are like every day we work hard at
Yes.
our relationship.
Yes.
But it's not like labor. It's not as
No.
like this painful things like, oh my god, like relationships should feel supernatural. Like
Mm-hmm.
ours is as natural as a relationship can be, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have to work. We still have to work. We still have to talk to each other, like learn how to talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're 6 years better than we were when we started, which is like amazing.
Yes.
Um,
But I'm
and
also happy to say, and I mean, that's not the case with every relationship, but I'm also super happy to say that since the beginning,
yeah,
I think that we started in a very good way.
yeah, we were at a
Like
good
in a
place.
very, yeah, no, in a like a very honest
Yeah.
way.
Yes.
So that's why it's like we're working for our relationship and we're always going to work for our relationship, but it's not like, as you were saying, it's not like a terrible task because we have it sorted out since the beginning. Because we were like, okay, I'm entering this relationship and this is the real me. So these
Yes.
are the variables you're going to deal with if the
Yes.
relationship continues. So I can like 100% say that you know me,
Yes.
like you know my 100%,
Oh, and
and I know
you
your 100%.
everything.
So it's like I know that I want, and every day I want to be in a relationship with you, with all that like with all the totality of you. Like,
Yeah, that's a big one. It's
yeah,
getting
no,
thicker.
Nicolas, no, that's
There's a circumference
no,
that
no,
is
no, but no,
expanding
but being
with the
honest,
years.
I mean, I'm trying to be like super serious here,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's knowing the other person and knowing that's the person you're having a relationship with.
Yeah.
So
No. You're 100% right. You've always been way more right about us than, anything that I've ever had the courage to let myself feel. You're always, way ahead of me. So that's super, super cool. Now, those are the things that I would say to black hair Daniela. So I'm actually practicing with you, redhead stranger, so that I can talk to my girlfriend of 6 years.
no, she's not gonna come back. So
Oh my
you have to
God,
get
you left
used to
me
me.
after 6 years? I knew it.
No,
I knew it.
no, you
I
have
knew
to
it. Why
get
was I
used
investing
to
so much? I knew it.
get used to the
Stabbed in the
redhead.
back again. Oh my God, I knew it. Vixen. Yeah, so I'm gonna paint.
So are you trying to say you want the black hair to come back? Because I'm not getting it.
Now I'm kind of scared because Redhead has some attitude. No, I'm
I
gonna
think
paint in order to commemorate our 6 years, Daniel Ira.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna paint the Redhead, the newly born, the Phoenix Rising, Redhead Daniel Ira. So we're gonna paint that today. I had to paint you today. There's like, how could I not paint you? We should make it a habit. So
What?
I mean, I paint you 1,000 times every year,
Mm-hmm.
but every 22nd of June, I have to paint you. Okay?
I like that.
Yeah, and every 22nd of June, you have to try to do something different with your hair.
No.
I was gonna say us. We both have to try to do something different with our hair, but I can only kind of, lower my numbers consistently. But you can actually do something with your hair. So
No.
challenge accepted.
Not really.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, I could do a ponytail and
Yeah,
then
yeah, that's different. That's what I
uh,
mean. Doesn't have to be weird.
yeah.
Just has to be a little
Yeah, because
different.
imagine having my hair dyed every 22.
That's
like- No.
that's what I call tradition.
No.
Yeah,
And I
it's
don't
not
know.
weird. Come on.
No.
What?
And I'm not that interested in other colors.
Okay, well,
So
we don't know that.
it would be like,
We don't know that.
I mean, it's like now I have to be a green hair just because. Nope. No.
So put it on the back burner.
No.
Put a pin on it.
No. The pin just like fell off. Not gonna
It's,
paint that.
I'm hearing
No.
a soft maybe,
No.
which is great.
No. I think you're
Great.
confusing the soft maybe with a hard no. But I'm super into the idea of painting me every 22
Yeah,
because I think that it's cool that we can have like a moment for ourselves.
yeah.
Ourselves? How do you say that?
Ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Every 22 of
Oh.
June.
Perfect. And what better way to have a moment for ourselves than to do a live session in YouTube?
Hmm.
Perfect. Perfect.
Very intimate, yeah.
Oh yeah, nobody's listening. So, well, actually, very few people are listening. So,
No,
let's say hi to
we have
the
87 people here.
Ooh, let's say hi to those
So-
87 people.
Well, not everyone's saying hi.
Let's say hi to those 8 people that are saying hi.
So, Anselmo Domínguez dice, hola, ¿cómo andan?
Anselmo Domínguez podría ser como un pariente mío. Suena como si mi mamá dijera, ese es pariente nuestro.
Bien, Anselmo, con un poquito de frío. Está haciendo frío acá en Bogotá.
Se afeó el día.
Sí.
No, mentira. O sea, que sea gris no quiere decir que está feo.
Pero sí está como frío, como... ¿No?
Pues, un poquito.
Un pocote. Germán Rodríguez, o
Uy,
sea, Gabriel García Márquez, dice,
que
hola,
está-
Nico y Dani.
que está haciendo una pintura muy chévere, Gabo.
Gabo.
Gabo argentino español.
Margo dice, hola. Y Margo dice,
hola.
Feliz aniversario. Muchas gracias,
Muy
Marco. Muchas
amable.
gracias.
Marguito.
Mi mamá decía Hello Coco and Pelirroja.
What?
Hola
Hello?
mi Cholivin.
Dijo hello la
Hello Coco
Choli.
and Pelirroja.
¿Qué es este
Nivel de
idioma,
inglés,
Cholis?
sí. No, pero ya no debe estar,
No,
porque
pues se
saludó
puso
hace
nerviosa. Es
rato.
como le está sudando después de todo ese inglés.
Am, a ver. Julián Cabrera, el amigo huilense,
Ujú.
dice: Hola a todos. Hola, Julián. Hoy tampoco hay siesta, Julián.
Nunca más.
Emery Borch said hi. Hey, Emery, how are you? Josefel said, I caught you all at the beginning. Hello, everyone. Sleepy, partly cloudy day here in Vegas.
Mm. I love
It
that
wants
that
to
Jose
rain.
always gives us like a weather report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jose was saying, it wants to rain. I want to sleep.
Oh,
LOL.
it wants to rain. I want to sleep.
I think I'm in the same mood
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
That sounds like the beginning of like an Avril Lavigne song.
Have you heard the lyrics of
It
Avril
wants to
Lavigne?
rain. I want to sleep.
Well, I
I
mean,
went
you're
like
just,
full 90s,
but you're just
late
using the rhythm.
90s.
No, you're just using the rhythm of a song of hers.
Well, but you know,
He was a boy. I was a girl.
I mean, I'm
Can
pretty
any get
sure
any more
I'm pretty
obvious?
sure there's like 80% of their songs sound kind of like that. And
No.
I only knew about
No,
two.
please respect Avril Lavigne.
Oh my, what?
I thought she was super cool
Has
when
anyone
I was
seen her?
growing up.
It's always like that
Have you seen that
that urban
there's like a
legend.
theory?
Yeah.
I don't know how they call them.
That Paul
Like a
McCartney is a
weird
lady.
theory. What?
That Paul McCartney is an old lady.
I've never
And
heard
Avril
that, but
Lavigne is dead.
yeah, that she has like a twin. No, 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 not a twin. I'm sorry, but like a doppelganger
Yeah.
that's now being like they're acting as if they were her, something
Yeah.
like that. That she's dead,
I
and
wonder.
that's why she never
She never sang again?
sang again. Yeah, she never did like an album again.
Did she not? Like,
I don't know.
never?
I mean,
Nothing?
I don't know.
Nothing?
I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I heard this because of Dieguito in the university.
What?
Yeah, but not Diego Mito,
Uh-huh.
but Pliego.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I remember. He was like, "Have you heard?" And I was like, "Where?" Yeah. But yeah, it's like an urban legend.
Yeah.
How do you call that?
Urban legend.
No, no, no.
Yeah, that's what it's
No,
called.
no. Conspiracy theory.
Okay.
That's the
Well,
name. Yeah. No?
well, but yeah, I guess those are all conspiracy theories, maybe. I mean, but what's the big conspiracy of saying like covering, the death of Avril Lavigne? Like, what does it matter?
Mm,
Like, what are all the?
maybe the conspiracy is because someone did something to her
Okay,
and they
that would be dark.
changed her. I mean,
Like her family, like disappeared. Like
or maybe they want the money
Oh God, now
from
it's
the
like darker.
songs. I don't know. I mean, I'm just
Oh,
like
now it's getting dark. Now it's getting meaty, juicy,
I'm just
interesting.
thinking, why would it be a conspiracy theory?
Yeah,
But yeah, I have to read more about that.
you're finding
Or maybe
motive.
not actually.
You're investigating
Yeah.
motive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Javi Hub dice, hola, saludos a todos. Hello, chat. Hey, Javi, how are you? Lola Onigiri dice, muy buenas.
Muy
Hola,
buenas.
Lola. ¿Cómo estás? Art by Natalie Williamson said, hola, so glad to catch you live.
Awesome.
Danny, I sent you a message on Instagram, probably in your hidden folder or request. Let me check.
Ooh, Daniel Lira.
How long ago?
2018, maybe.
Um. So, Natalie, can I read it out loud? Because it's kind of a long message, but I don't know if it's like a personal message.
Oh no! So read it first and then see if
No,
it's.
but because I don't want to like read it here, but maybe read it afterwards, or maybe Natalie can tell me if I could read it out loud. Mm, oh,
But did you read it? Like, does it make sense? Okay, so while you do that,
oh, that's so nice, Natalie. Can I read it? So Natalie said, "No, check later. It's a long message. Yeah, you can read it if you want." So I'm gonna ask again. Can I read it out loud? Because I want to know if I could read it here for everyone, or if you want me to uh, just answer privately to it. But I'm so happy,
okay, now
Natalie.
this is like
Oh, so Natalie said, "Yeah, sure."
this is
So,
Avril Lavigne territory of like what
so
is going on?
Natalie, whose Instagram is art by Natalie Williamson,
Yeah.
shared a post
Yes.
that says opening night,
Yes.
and it's of a solo show
Oh,
that
very nice.
Natalie's having. Yeah,
Nice.
and Natalie says, "Hey Danny, I keep meaning to share this with you. I know I don't always comment when I'm watching you guys live on YouTube. Sometimes I just talk to the screen like you can hear me,
We can always.
but I love." Having you playing while I paint, especially when I don't have the motivation or I have to stay up late on my own. You guys keep me company and it helps me so much. Anyways, this is what you help me get done without even knowing it. Haha. I was in an exhibition with two other artists. One used to be a footballer for Liverpool, but after getting injured
What?
turned to art. Hope you're
What?
having a great day. I'll catch you later. All the best, Natalie.
Okay, but you can't just say
That's
that
so
and not tell
cool.
me.
No, but it's so cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how
Congrats on the show first.
no, and I wanted to ask for how long is it open? Because maybe if someone's in Liverpool, is it in Liverpool?
Okay, we're overlooking. I mean, I don't want to minimize the fact that you're having a show, and I hope it's wonderful. I'm sure
But
it
there's a
is.
player.
Yeah, but you can't just like nonchalantly just drop the fact that a former Liverpool player turned painter is showing with you. What? Who is this? Tell me the generation, and maybe I can start guessing. If it's too old, like I know some of the bigger names, but I need to know. Or maybe if it's like way too obscure, you can tell me like, no, you're probably not gonna know him, but it's this
No, and
person.
congrats. I'm so happy to know that you had us as your company
Yeah. But
while
Liverpool.
doing
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
while
yes,
doing
painting. Yes, painting, but Liverpool.
Nicolas.
Come on, let's talk about the juicy
And
stuff.
very beautiful paintings, Natalie.
Again, sure. Like, she's talented, super talented. We all know this. But can we talk about Liverpool?
Hi, Nicolas. So, let's see if maybe Natalie answers afterwards.
Yeah, if not, time out for Natalie. You can't just say something like that.
Nicolas.
I'm sure I could try and Google it, but
Carlos Taylor dice buenas tardes. Hello, everyone. Hola, Carlos. ¿Cómo estás?
buenas tardes.
Liat said hello. Hey, Liat. How are you?
Liat, how are
Emily
you?
Painting Elk Keenan said, "Hi everyone. I can't believe I'm actually in on the beginning of the video action. Gosh. Okay, I'm done here." Hey Emily, how are you?
Emily, we should be getting your playing card painting hopefully today maybe or at the latest tomorrow. Because, like I told you, we always get paintings shipped to a PO box in the U.S. and then they ship them here. We have to pay some taxes, import taxes, and some fees, custom fees, just to get things here. But we already paid for that this morning. So if they are cool, it'll be here. But we'll have to wait. But it's
So,
here. It's in Colombia. So, yay.
so
Okay.
art by
Back to
Natalie
Liverpool news.
Williams
Back to red news.
was saying it's red news.
Reds. Yeah.
That
It's all
could be-
connected.
That could be the title
Oh,
for today's
God.
painting.
You'll never
No?
paint alone.
No, it should be called
Oh, how is not that the
Six-
title of the
6
show?
years.
You'll never. YNPA. You'll never paint alone.
So you're talking about the show. I'm talking about today's painting and our anniversary.
Nobody
But
cares. Please, Danny, get over it.
um,
Talking about Liverpool.
Natalie said it's in Manchester and on until August. Oh, so
What?
super cool. So if
You're
anyone
showing in Manchester?
is in Manchester,
Oh my God! First mistake.
Please.
But anyways, let's. I mean,
please go
what is
check it
going
out.
on? I'm not sure about
and
backing this anymore.
Natalie said, I think he was still young when he played and was roommate with Sterling.
Oh, so this is recent.
David Molly goes by Boogie Molly. Nicholas is
Ooh.
cracking me up.
Oh, I can't. I don't.
Maybe they were they were roommates when they were like young players, not like in the official team.
I can't remember. So let me see. Let me see.
Look.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I wish I could say I do remember.
Oh, he's super young.
Yeah.
He has
looks
my
young.
age.
Well, for a footballer,
Super young.
that's a retiring age. But
No, what? He's 27. Super young.
oh, he was in the England squad. He was a England youth squad. Wow, he's a good player. Number 9, so he's probably
Oh.
like a big guy.
I mean, I'm even seeing a news report
Yeah.
that says David Molly,
The footballer turned artist.
what?
I'm seeing another. Now I'm. Oh, come on, stop. Is this one of the things that I can't see? No.
Well, but I was reading.
Oh.
It says David Molly's
Yeah?
The Promise of Liverpool that ended up as a painting artist.
Oh God, that could have been me. Not the
Mm.
promise of Liverpool part.
No, the Liverpool fan who is a painter.
Yeah,
That would
look at
be.
that. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, and Sterling has some of his work. Very cool, very cool. So it's very, there's calligraphy to it. So it's very kind of tag urban, a lot of collage work also. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes, but I think it's now time that you see Natalie's work.
I mean, sure. I mean, that's really cool. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I like that. You got to go crazy with the flowers, Natalie. You got to go nuts with those flowers. It's like paintings are begging you to do just like more and more like flower pattern, like just an explosion from those portraits and, just boom, flowers or just pattern, color, color, color. It's almost like you're there. You want to do that, but it's always like the portrait anchoring a little bit,
Mhm.
but beautiful stuff. Yeah, best of luck. How was the opening? How was the reception?
Emily Painting Elk Keenan said, "Oh, really? Very cool. I had a nightmare. It melted in the mail."
What? No. I mean that could be cool too, but no. Nothing like that has happened. Maybe bent. We have received a bunch of bent paintings, bent drawings for sure. Nothing that has melted though. So you would be the first. And if it did get here and it was melt, I would think I would be sad, but then I would think, oh my God, you can see the future. So, there would be something cool out of that. So,
The Truth Hurts said, "Don't be jealous. He's 27 and you are in your 40s."
okay,
Why?
who is this? Who's with the salt?
I mean, their username is The Truth Hurts.
Oh, who is coming up with the salt here? Oh my God.
But I don't think you're jealous. At
Of
all.
being 27 again,
No,
I mean,
because
I
we
was in
wouldn't
better.
be.
I could run faster
No,
for
because we wouldn't
sure.
be together,
Yeah,
Nikolai.
yeah. So let's
So
let's let's put everything in a balance. I had a tiny bit more hair. I wouldn't say I had a lot more hair. I've never had hair. So that's a big no on that one. I could run faster for sure. I was, 27. Was I still running? Like running? I don't remember. Like training running, which I used to. Um, I don't know, but better shape for sure. Oh yeah, sub 30. I was in fairly good shape. What else? I talked like an idiot. I thought I was funnier than what I actually am. Was I painting? Yes. Did I do like cool paintings? I think so. There's a bunch of paintings that I think I was maybe better at painting when I was younger, but now I think I'm a better painter. So maybe I was able to make better paintings when I was younger, but now I think I'm a better painter. I'll leave that with you guys. So I don't know if that makes sense. But what else? But the truth is, I hadn't met Danny, so that just pushes the balance like dramatically
well, I
off
forced
to
you
one
to say
side.
that. Kind
No,
of.
no,
I was
no,
like, oh,
no. My life,
you haven't
my
met me.
my life changed. My life changed before you when I had Samu and Fer,
Hmm.
and my life changed again when I met you. It's the truth. So those are like the three moments of my life. So
Mine too.
I was born, then my children born, and then I met you, and that's amazing.
Me
So
too, without the
yeah,
children
so
born.
jealous. No, I mean I would say jealous that he was like he could go to Anfield like day in day out. Yes, of course I'm jealous. Jealous that he's a better football player, better ball player for sure. I mean, he was like a youth international. That's crazy. That's amazing. Um, would I have loved to play football with him? For sure. I would probably tackled him and then ended his career, the way I played. But aside from that, yeah, no, and as an artist, I think it's wonderful. I think it's amazing that he gave up a career in football just to paint. That's incredible. That's super super cool. So no, that's awesome. So I think when you put all of those things in a balance, I think I come up on top. Uh, if only just for Danny. So because of Danny. So I'm pretty happy with where I'm at,
Me
even in my
too.
40s. So
Even?
well, that if
No.
I'm comparing my 44 self with a 27-year old Molly, I'm okay. I feel okay. He's a good looking dude, but I'm uh
Happy.
yeah, I'm charming.
No, and you're. No, I was gonna say that you're very happy right now, and that's what
I
matters.
am the happiest I've ever been.
And you are very good looking.
Um,
You can say
I think
whatever you want.
I
You
think
can
Molly's
joke
like a
and
good
be
looking dude.
like
I think he's got me beat there.
self-deprecating, but
No, no, no. I think he's got me
no,
beat there. He's a good looking dude.
no,
Um,
no one,
I'm okay.
nope,
I'll take the loss on that one.
no.
But
I
but
know
he's
you're
never
feeling super uncomfortable right now, but
me.
yeah, with me saying that to you. But
No, no, no. Please,
so
please shut up.
Jeff
No, no.
Akoff said, "Jeje, Vixen. Hola amigos desde Holanda. Hola Jeff."
Ola.
Belt said Phoenix Rise. So you
Okay,
have
let's
to.
workshop this.
It's like Phoenix rising from the ashes, but emoji style. So look, so
Oh, there we go.
rising.
Yeah, that's like a tweet that is being burned. That's somebody getting canceled, but
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
like
It's like oh my God, they wrote this 8 years ago. Burned them at the stake.
mm, if my mom was reading this, she would say up, fired, tweet, fired up.
And
Thank you.
she would,
Kake
what?
Caqueiro
Kake?
was saying hello, hello. ¿Cómo van, peeps? Hola,
Kaka!
cacaíto.
The
¿Cómo
calling of the
estás?
crows. Calling of the ravens.
Liat said, Nicolas, time to try a wig. when you were saying you were gonna try something else with your hair.
Oh, I wish I could pull that off, but no hair implants, no transplants for me. No Rooney style or Antonio Conte style transplants for me. No, no, no. I'm gracefully.
Happily bald.
Well, yeah. It's just that that's how I've known myself to be forever. So I just
Yeah,
don't.
and that's how I know you too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel weird when I see the photos of you with look like super long hair.
I know.
It's like no,
Who is that
it's
handsome
not
dude?
my boyfriend. I'm sorry. Emily painting Elk Keenan said, "I love the red." So in the painting or in my head? But thank you. If it's in my head, thank you. I have to say, I've been like in a roller coaster of liking it, not liking it, but I think that's like my forever um path. When I change my hair color, I'm always like depicting the things that I wanted to like. Yes, I like it, but I would like that it wasn't as bold, but maybe a little
As
bit like
bald? What?
bold.
Oh
What
my
did I
God!
say?
What are you taking shots at me now? No, bold. I'm just.
But I said bold.
I know.
I didn't say bold.
It, I'm insecure. It sounded like that. So sorry.
JLFC Fire MC said like Billie Eilish black and green hair.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Danny is actually that
No.
type, but
No, I
no.
have
We
to
were
say, for example,
yes.
um the reason I feel it's kind of weird, kind of off, is because
Mhm.
I don't like fantasy colors. And I feel
Okay.
that I want it to look like a original redhead. I know that's like impossible,
Yeah.
but I don't want it to be like
Fake.
yeah, no, like
Like looking
fantasy
like hair
color,
coloring.
like no, like cadmium red. You know, like a super bright color and it fits a lot of people. So there's people that can rock like a green hair, a pink hair, uh like all of those fantasy colors cuz that's the way they call them in hair.
Okay.
But I think I don't have the personality for it or I just don't like it on me. So I would like it to be like a natural redhead. So sometimes I'm seeing at myself in the mirror and I'm like, yes, I look like a redhead. Then the light changes and I'm like, oh my god, looks like fire red. But I mean, I'm gonna get used to it.
Yeah, and the truth is like, it doesn't like why would it matter if it doesn't look like 100% natural? Like that's such a I don't know if that's something that a lot of people want when they color their hair, that it looks like, hey, I'm going to color my hair so the hair that you've grown to known me with is going to change all of a sudden, but I want you to believe that it's supernatural. It's like, what? No, that I guess that's the whole point of changing the color of your hair, that you're going to change it.
No, but that's not what I'm trying to say with natural, but like hitting the color that a natural redhead would have. It's not like I mean, I don't have uh like the facial como digo, rasgos,
Features.
features, yeah, to pass as a natural redhead. So I don't have like the super cool red freckles, super light brows. I
Light
just
eyes usually.
I just don't. And I know that. But I was trying like I always try to hit that natural color.
Okay. It's just
So
that, how I've always, I don't know, it's almost like in a painting where every color is like super aware of everything that's right next to it. So it almost feels like when you see somebody who is just naturally blonde or naturally curly hair or, naturally super dark, pitch black hair,
mhm.
um, everything in their face makes sense for that. for that hair. I don't know if that makes sense. Like when you see people with their, hair, or with their eyes,
Yeah,
with the
because
color of their eyes, the color of their lips. I don't know if that's a me thing, that I just love people as they are, like supernatural people, natural, like just looking people. I like that. I've always loved that because everything kind of makes sense. Like every single little relationship in the portrait, every single like tiny bit of color that's in their face, whatever it is, it could be a yellow or a green hue or a purple hue, or like an earth hue. It doesn't matter. Like all of it just kind of works perfectly for that. And hair tends to be just one of those things that just fits. And sure, hair is like so mutating. I mean, you could change anything about your hair, like always, and that's kind of fun. I kind of think of it as something that's just fun. For a lot of people, it's just kind of cool and fun and tons of possibilities, and they really, really take advantage of all of that. But I like for example, I'm super pro at, people having surgeries. Like if you want to have like a nose job, like a, rhinoplasty because you don't like your nose, and you've always felt insecure about it, and people have bullied you, and for whatever reason, hopefully it's not because other people have made you feel ugly or feel like less. But if you want to have like a surgery, like go for it. That's like super empowering. But it's almost, I don't know, but this happens to me, and I guess it's like the same thing. And it's never like judgmental, but it's always like you can always kind of tell that there was something.
and I'm like, wow. I mean, it's like they were meant.
Yeah, it's like, who's your surgeon?
No. Because I mean, I wouldn't have a surgery,
Oh, your nose is like
and I
amazing.
no,
I
and I
love
would
your
no,
nose.
and like surgery in general, I would
Okay.
just be like terrified.
Yeah, I was just
of
talking about
having
your
a.
nose, but
Oh, but thank you.
oh, stop it.
No,
You're
I have to
perfect.
say,
Everything about you is perfect.
I like my nose.
I like everything
It
about
has
you.
like now like a bumpy thing
Oh,
because
a
of.
bump that I want to go to heaven with that bump.
No, but I was saying that there's people that I've seen that they've been wanting a nose job a long time ago, and they finally got it, and it's like maybe because they feel better with
Yeah.
themselves, they just like shine different.
Oh, yeah, confidence. I mean,
Exactly.
what confidence
And I've
does to
had
you is like it
exactly,
changes people.
and I've had friends whose attitude and whose personality changed so much
Yeah.
when they had
For the
a
better, let's say.
surgery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
because it was something that was like bugging them
Oh, yeah.
all the time. So, yes.
No, I totally agree with you. I was just meaning like, I don't know. I'm just I just I've always loved things for what they are.
No,
Like
me too.
I've always tried to teach myself to see things for what they are as they are. And you're right. Um, maybe the version, the best version of those people, the one that enabled them to shine, to like really feel confident and empowered, was the one that could overcome that little obstacle that was kind of symbolized by just having a very kind of little surgery, and that's it. But yeah, but as a painter, I guess it, you always, and I've fortunately or unfortunately have had like super weird stories, and I've told you about them, with people that have wanted their portraits done of them or their kids.
Mhm.
And I've listened so much of like the way people tend to see themselves or want to see themselves, or the ways in which they want to be portrayed,
Yeah,
and
but
have
that
other people see
yeah.
them. It's such a distorted way. It's so distorted that I'm in my mind, whenever I would hear those things, I would like immediately, I would always go like, I wish you would see yourself like through my eyes, because there's nothing wrong with
Hmm.
what I'm seeing right now. And it's kind of sad that you can't see that for yourself, like that you think your children should be like, this is a very specific example, but, and I'm not going to say the name of the person that I didn't end up working for. But this woman saw her children with lighter skin. And I was like, what is going on?
No.
I actually
Yeah.
painted her 3 children, and she was
Yeah, what's wrong
really
with
weirded
you?
out when I painted him with like brown skin, and they had brown, beautiful skin. And I painted exactly what it was there, exactly
Mm.
what I saw. And I wasn't being like, I was being the most honest of painters that I could be. But the mother would show me photos of like, this blonde little girl in a white dress in the sun, and her daughter had brown skin and black hair. And I was like, what is happening? Like, why is this going on? Like, what is going on?
Mm.
So I don't know. I think a lot of those experiences, a lot of, painting from life, that you paint so many amazing people, you get to realize that everyone's just fascinating, like absolutely fascinating as they are.
Mm.
So I guess my, not my argument, but I guess just my sensibility is more, has been shaped because of those experiences.
Mm, Veliko Djuric was saying surgery is great, why not? But for some people, it goes on and it's like an addiction and they never stop and go overboard with it. Yeah, because I think that the complicated thing is that sometimes people feel
Hmm.
like I just need that surgery and I'm going to be happy with who I am. And then they get that surgery and it's like, no, now I'm missing something else. And then something else. And I think it's like what we were talking about being better at painting. I know it's like a super different comparison, but it's always,
No, bring it
I mean,
back. Bring
it's,
it back to painting.
no, it's the same because you're never going to be satisfied.
Hmm.
I mean, if you don't really do the exercise to get to know you and love you in the way you look,
Yeah.
then you're never going to be satisfied. Because it's like there's always going to be a part of you in that transformations that the surgery makes.
Yeah.
So it always that you that's behind is going to boggle you.
Yeah.
So that's just super sad.
And there's always, we got to say it, there's always a bunch of people also out there that just love to transform constantly.
Yeah.
They feel bored, and their better self shines when they can just constantly, morph into, somebody else with a different attitude, or, and that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They reinvent themselves like Bowie style, perpetually. So
Mm-hmm.
that's, that also has to be said, that there are people that just feel that, being like what I was saying, just being natural and just kind of like consistently faithful to whatever it is that you were born with, they find that boring, like horribly boring. And that's fine too. That's super cool. That's
Yeah.
totally fine. I guess it's more about the path we go down to, trying to discover ourselves, trying to uncover, what makes us stronger and happier and like better, that better version of ourselves for other people, for us and for other people.
Yeah, and I think that, for example, changing your hair color
Yeah.
or cutting your hair,
Yeah, I wouldn't know about those two things, but yes, go ahead. Those
it's
are myths for me.
like a harmless way
Oh
of
yeah.
just exploring how your features would look with some different adjustments.
Yeah.
And I think that what's weird for me, and now that we're talking about it, I'm just like thinking about it, is that I'm super used to seeing me with the same hair always.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've never done anything like surgeries or anything to change how I look, and I've never had like a super big color change or haircut. I mean, I've cut my hair
Well,
here.
haircut, yes.
Yes, but it's like it's still the same color. So like the same color of my hair. So it looks the same, just shorter, you know? So this is the first time that I'm saying like, wow, because this morning I was, for example, super happy because I was looking in the mirror and I was seeing how the red was like bringing out like more of the pinkiness in my skin.
Yeah.
which I've never been aware of with
No,
my
you
natural.
always have like a greener skin, like
Yeah, and
skin.
I was seeing like some, or I don't know if it was like a pinkiness, but like hmm, like a blushy. No, I think
Oh,
it was
nice.
pink, but I
Yeah,
liked that. I was
that's
like,
super
wow, that's
cool.
cool. And today you were like, wow, your eyes look a little bit greener,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if
for
they're
sure.
not
Like
green.
100%.
And
Like I wasn't just saying that.
no,
Like,
and I was seeing like today, I was looking in the mirror because I
hmm
was like applying my moisturizer, and I was like, I think it's super cool because the color kind of matches the color of my eyes. And I know it sounds weird because I have like brown, dark, darkish brown eyes,
yes.
but they look like, I mean, Nicolas, I'm gonna show you this because I was like,
Yeah,
what's
I am.
going
I'm dating
on?
a different person. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think I don't have it. I did like this, like I opened my eye super wide, and they were just like
Green.
the same color.
What? Yeah. Oh, that's super cool.
They
Yeah.
are like the same color of
They're
my
reflecting everything.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so it's like cool. It's like, I mean, it takes me a little bit of time to get used to changes, but I think I'm happy. I know in half an hour I'm gonna say I'm not, but in this moment, I think I'm happy.
Good.
So,
I'm happy for you, and I
let's
think you
see.
look
I'm
amazing.
happy for you.
No, no, I'm very happy for you.
Um.
Anytime that you're happy, I'm incredibly happy for you.
Oh, thank you. They were being super nice.
Oh, I thought that was for me, but
So
yeah, okay.
no, but thank you too.
No, no, sure.
Belico Durich was saying, "Hey guys, your hair looks awesome, Danny. Thank you so much." Darko B was saying, "The color suits you. You look charming. Thank you."
There we go. Charming.
Elena Godina dice, se te ve muy bien el rojo, Dani. Desde este lado de la pantalla no se ve fantasía, es un rojo lindo. Ay,
Mm,
muchas gracias. Pues igual si se ve fantasía, estaré en mi fase Shakira
fantástica.
por un tiempo. Sí, Shakira pies descalzos. Todo lo que dije, no convertirme, Nicolás.
Cero,
Me
cero
convertí.
parecido a Shakira pies descalzos.
Your mom was saying, it looks
Olguira.
a great painting since now. Great, so good.
Perfect. Thank you, Olguira.
Julia dice, hola.
Uy,
Mm,
Julia Marina ayer nos dejó súbitamente, siento.
sí. Además fue como hasta luego debo partir. Como algo así
Sí.
súper formal,
No,
como...
diarrea.
No, yo creo que se cansó de que tú la molestaras.
No,
Fue
creo que
como,
no.
debo partir. No, ya, punto. Punto. Punto final. No fue nada más, no un abrazo. Qué chévere compartir
Sí,
con
oigan, qué pena, pero es
ustedes.
que me están
No,
llamando.
no
Chao.
fue, sí. No, ni
Mañana les
siquiera fue así.
explico.
Ese suena como súper amable. Fue como, bueno, ya me voy.
Pues es que estoy
Vemos.
tratando de ser amable, ¿no? Pero aparentemente fue culpa mía, ¿no?
Eh, a ver, Julia Tovar estaba diciendo, Dani, al fin lo lograste con un tinte casero o fuiste de nuevo a la peluquería. Pues le había pedido a una amiga que me lo pintara, pero por cosas de trabajo ella no pudo.
Y del destino.
Y del destino, sí, porque le
Pero,
nació la sobrina.
sí.
Pero, bueno, después le dije a mi prima y ese día iba a ir a donde mi prima y no me aguanté y me fui por la mañana a una peluquería al lado de mi casa, pero porque ya había comprado los tintes por internet. Entonces yo busqué tintes que según yo si los mezclaba
Mm,
iban a quedar
mm.
como un rojo, como un rojizo natural. Que me daba miedo decirles quiero pelo rojo, pero les muestro la imagen, pero de pronto no le dan, pero de pronto sí. Entonces yo dije, prefiero llevarlo yo y si
Ujú,
la embarré en el color, la embarré yo.
ujú.
Entonces me fui a la peluquería. Y sí,
Y como nos podemos dar cuenta, Dani se perdona fácilmente si, si hubiera sido una pifia de color de ella.
no, porque igual lo bueno de verlo yo es que, o sea, tú sabes cómo yo busco en internet.
No, yo sé, pero
O
que
sea,
estoy
yo
diciendo que te
busqué,
hubieras frustrado mucho con ti misma.
con ti misma.
Contigo misma. Contigo misma.
No, pues, o sea, sí,
Contei.
pero creo que me frustró más la vez pasada. O sea, como lo que inició todo esto, que fue en marzo,
Uy,
cuando fui a pintarme el pelo.
esta
Se
odisea
alargó,
lleva tiempo,
sí, lleva
sí.
bastante tiempo. Pero me frustró más esa vez,
Sí.
porque de verdad fue como eso de expectativa realidad.
Mm.
Como quiero este. Y salió, de nuevo, salió chévere, pero no fue lo que pedí. Entonces yo dije, no, pues prefiero ya llevar lo que es. Si la embarré yo buscando en internet. De pronto la embarré, pero pues. Julia dice, jaja, estaba viendo el video de ayer y la reacción que causé, jaja, no los quiero siempre, me tocó irme con Artu.
Ajá.
Nicolás.
Todavía
Ah,
desconfío mucho.
no, pero pues siempre felices de tener a Julia acá. Cody Winnicky was saying,
Hey,
hello, how's
Cody.
it going?
Very good, thank you.
Jeff Akoff said, bingo, Danny, happiness comes from within. Yes, I don't know. Oh, maybe when we were talking about surgeries
Yeah. So
and
10 minutes
changes.
ago.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Julia dice, ay, qué chévere, Dani. Genial que lograste el color por fin. Sí, o acercarme a lo que quería. No, 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 pues o sea, porque igual yo creo que está ahorita de una manera, mientras lo vaya lavando, también va a cambiar un montón, entonces
Mm.
me voy como acercando, pero ya estoy en territorio rojo, que era lo que
Ya le
quería,
atinamos por lo menos al matiz.
que quería hace rato, sí. Jean Roussin,
La la.
la la. Jean Roussin was saying, hola, Nick and Danny. I think people are almost always more beautiful without makeup too. Makeup hides all the skin tones. Love the red hair, by the way, and also think a very dark blue would be pretty.
Oh.
I don't know if I would go that route because I also know it's super hard to take it off. Like if
The
you want to
darker
change
colors?
the color, yeah, yeah,
But I've always felt you look amazing with very dark hair. So,
yeah.
yes, for sure.
But you have to stick with the redhead.
Oh, yeah, I just met the lady yesterday, so.
Liet said the problem is I got to know myself. I don't recommend getting to know me. Take it from me. Joke, joke. I really just thought it was funny.
Liad is a cool guy.
So let's see, cause I skipped some comments when we
Yeah.
started talking about hair.
Yeah.
So Javi Hav was saying another hair comment. It says, "Does the redhead have any superpowers? Felicidades en el aniversario." Muchas gracias, Javi Hav. Well, according to Nicolas,
According to yesterday,
yesterday-
she picks marbles.
I was gonna
when
say
the
that-
fate of the world is in her hands, she picks marbles. So yeah.
I was gonna
So
say
she
that
wants to be a swing, and as a weapon to save the world, marbles.
So I was gonna say that according to you yesterday,
What did I say? I forget.
the superpower
can't hold
is
me
being
accountable for this.
super scary. Because you were like super scared.
Oh yeah.
Apparently.
There's a firmness. There's a sternness to the redhead version
But
of
now I feel
Danny
that
Gray.
you've
Jean
misread.
Grey.
No, you've misread black hair Danny. Because she was
What?
also
I love her.
opinionated.
But this is red hair Danny talking, so how can I trust you?
Because we're twins. So. Leslie Cavazos Garduño.
Like the twins that, swallow the other in the uterus.
Yeah, we just like change. We're interchangeable.
No.
So.
Gavazos Carduño.
Was saying hi.
Ooh.
Luis Fernando Bernal dice hi. Alejandro Morales dice hi everyone. So hi to Leslie, Luis y Alejandro. Jeff Akoff was saying, ha ha ha, this is a funny conversation. Nico, I'm not sure the red is leaving anytime soon. Nope, I don't think so. We'll see. Maybe one day I would do the platinum blonde.
Ooh.
Maybe one day. But the thing is that yesterday, when I
Yeah.
was in the hair salon,
Yeah.
they were telling me that it's super hard to get rid of red too.
Yeah.
So to go to a platinum blonde,
Okay.
it
We
would,
gotta like ruin this hair.
or yeah, or like ruin my hair.
Yeah.
But the bad part is that it's not like, oh, it's super fried and I have to just like hydrate the hair,
Mm.
but it's like it could fall off.
Okay. That's
But no, but they told me
our balded lives.
that I had to um let my hair grow. So like outgrow the red.
Okay.
So the bleaching was easier. So
Oh,
I think that
geez.
we're
So
gonna
that's in the
stick
next
with
couple of weeks.
the red for a bit.
Perfectly fine by me.
Belts was saying hi. Hi Belts, how are you? Um Alejandro Morales said I could catch you at least for a few minutes.
Awesome.
So are you living
It's late for Alejandro, so
Oh, of course, of course.
yeah.
Dean Hartung,
Heart tongue.
es que es Hartung.
Oh yeah.
Hartung
Maybe. I've never heard that last name.
was saying maybe they can let us know how we should do the pronunciation of it. They were asking, what are you painting on? Matte board?
So this is a piece of moleskin sketchbook paper.
Mm-hmm.
So just unbound paper. It's cut half the size. So this was originally A3 size, cut half the size. This is an old page that I wrote some stuff on, some notes. Now it's perfect surface to paint, unprimed. So no work done to the paper.
Jeff Acuff was saying LOL.
Potato.
No.
Oh.
OBL. So
Yeah.
our bold life.
Yeah. A little triangle is now another ball. Couple of balls. This is a callback for people that maybe have seen this episode, but big black balls.
Cody Winnicky.
I know that's gonna sound weird for people that are not like OPL family, but true family, they're gonna know what that's about.
Cody Winnicky said, I've always thought Danny would be scary if she was really mad. My. I'm not basing that off of anything. Haha, just an assumption.
No, Danny doesn't.
I don't think
No, she doesn't have like a temper. No. I mean
No.
she can get mad like anyone can get mad.
But you know what's my thing? I think that I really don't like to argue. Like I really don't like to be fighting.
Yeah.
So
true.
I'm the type of person that I'm like, you know what? I don't care if it was something you did, something I did. We should just like talk it out and just be okay. Like I don't like to be, for example, I can't be mad with Nicolas for a long time. We just always talk it out and then we're just good.
Yeah.
And good. I mean, it's not like, yeah, we're good, but I'm being indifferent or you're being indifferent. We're just good.
Yeah,
Because I can't be mad for a long time.
And to be clear, it's not as if she's putting the blame on herself. Like if I did something stupid, she's like, no, it was my fault. Let's not argue.
Oh no, what I'm trying to say is like, I don't care if it was something you did or I did. I approach the other person to have a conversation. It's not like I tell them, okay, it was my fault. Just be okay with me. No. But I'm like, I don't care who was the fault. We just have to talk it out. So just like sit down with me and just have a talk with me. But of course, I would never take the blame of something I like, that it's not my fault. And I think that I'm more prone to cry than to be like super mad. Like you would never see me like screaming.
No.
Never, ever.
Never. No, I've never heard.
No. The thing is that I think I don't get mad. I get sad. I don't know if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But it's more like I can be super sad at the moment, but it's never like I would explode or I don't know. Yeah, it's I think I've never been like an explosive person in that
No.
way.
No. I
Like
don't
I've
think
no.
it would have worked. And you don't accept that of like other people either.
No, cuz I also think that there's a lot of people that say things just because they are like in a fight mode. So they just say whatever thing they feel that they can say to win the fight. And I don't think that's healthy at all. Because you could end up saying things that you really don't want to say. And I think that words really, really are important. So you can't just say something and then be like, no, no, I'm sorry. No, I would rather like think the things I'm saying and not just like open my mouth and word whatever thing, like whatever insult or whatever thing is in my mind just to win a fight. No. So yeah, I have to say I don't think I'm scary
No,
when
no,
I'm mad.
it's a bit. I
I
mean,
mean, if you're
we're
scared of
making, yeah, it's a bit. We're making fun of the redhead personality, but no,
yeah.
of course, no. Danny has like I again, I've never met anyone who doesn't have like, limits where, they can be super happy, but if something happens so that they cross that limit, and for many people that I've met in my life, it's that limit is very close. And for a lot of people that I've met also that are, super in control of their emotions, that limit is super far, but eventually you get to meet them in a bad day. And yeah, everyone has like a moment where they're upset, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about ever getting, I don't think life is about never getting upset. It's about saying, okay, I know I'm upset, but I can be in control when I'm upset. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to start kicking things or punching things or yelling, like screaming my lungs out. Like Danny, for example, I know her and she despises that
Yeah.
behavior. And, one of the reasons that we're together is because I'm so not that person
Yeah.
either. I'm so not that person. So, yeah. So everyone has like their moments, but no, Danny deals with them like internally, I feel. And like she'll step away and she'll take a minute and then she'll come back and we talk until it's like solved.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
that
I
is
think
how.
that's the thing. We talk, we don't argue. It's not like we're in
No.
fighting mode.
No. I
We're
mean, we've
like,
argued before,
yeah,
but
no, no,
in order
no.
to get out of that, we
Yeah, but
don't
I
keep
think
arguing.
exactly. I think that we're like, okay, it's time to talk. So let me tell you what I wanted you to hear, and I would sit here and listen to what you want to say to me.
Yeah.
It's not like getting together to make the fight bigger. No, 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 no. Um, Leah said, I don't like to argue either. I do like to be right, though.
Uh, who in the
Leah.
world? But yeah, but who in the world? Like honestly, everyone likes to be right. Like everyone.
Cody said, haha, Leah, I'm the same way.
Every human being wants to be right.
Uh, so Dean
Yeah.
was telling us how to do the pronunciation of their last name.
Oh, please.
It's Hard
Yeah.
Tongue.
Okay.
Si es tongue, te UNG.
Tongue, maybe.
Hard tongue.
There we go.
And they were saying you should maybe put some shellac on that paper
No,
first.
no. It's okay. I mean, you can, and I would invite you if you want to paint on paper. You could put shellac on paper, and I mean, I'm saying this in the best of ways. So maybe what was their name? I'm sorry, Lindita.
Dean.
So Dean, maybe just because of the question. Maybe this is one of the first times you see us, or maybe this is one of the first times that you notice that I'm working on paper. But we've had ample talks about this, and I would invite you to watch tons of other videos. I don't know if there's like specifically other videos where I'm talking about paper.
Some live streams.
Maybe some. No, but I'm trying to think if in the first 2 years of our painted lives, maybe which one. Do you remember the one where I painted Jonathan, I painted you, I painted myself, I painted a hand? I
Yeah.
think that's the first moment where I ran out of linen and I started painting on the moleskin paper. I think that's the first week. So I would invite you. Could you look for that week,
Mhm.
Lindita, and let me know what week that was?
Mhm.
But so I would invite you to look at those, and maybe that's where we're discussing things a little more openly and specifically. But no, I always make an argument that I have painted my entire sort of painting life properly, and I was taught how to do things properly, and properly makes sense. And one of the reasons that it makes sense is that we can see, wonderful examples of stable, as stable as paintings can be throughout, painting history and throughout Western painting history more particularly. So when you go to a museum and you look at a Rubens and you realize, oh my God, this painting is, I don't know, 420 years old, whatever. And it looks like it's in perfect shape. I should learn what they were doing because, proof is right in front of me. Like, look at that. If I want my paintings to look great in 400 years, I should be painting like that. But the question I always, asked was, should I? Should I be worried about what my painting looks like in 400 years? And then a lot of people go like, well, it's awfully, egotistic if you don't. Like, if you're only thinking about yourself, then, that's not a cool thing. But if you think about others, if you think about the impact that your painting can have, in future generations, then yeah, you should. And then I would say, should I be thinking about a probable impact that my painting could have in future generations that I have no way of knowing how they're going to exist, like what their values are, what type of life, what type of world they're going to live in? Like 400 years, that's a lot. That is a whole lot. That's a lot. So I always question, like, okay, so why am I doing this? Then people say, well, you're going to charge money for that. If you charge money for that, you should, you should be responsible at least. So people should be given at least, the bare, the bare amount of time, the least amount of time that a painting should exist in order to satisfy what they have paid for. And I always think, well, but what, I can understand what constructed that expectation, because we have so many centuries of painting that have taught us, hey, painting is almost synonymous with forever, which is very wrong, by the way. But we have chosen to believe those things. So sadly, a lot of people have equated a painting with longevity, which in my, when I take a stand and when I start to ask questions in my mind, it's like, why do we have to bear that cross? Like, why do I have to think about longevity? I'm going to die. I'm okay. Like, I'm going to spend my whole life dealing with my own mortality and feeling hopefully okay right before I die, being acceptance of death and saying, you know what? I was supposed to die, and this shouldn't be scary, and this should be simple, and this should be okay. And then I embrace it, and then you die peacefully. I mean, that's how we all hopefully want to go. But imagine that. Imagine having to deal with that in your life, but also thinking, but contrary to everything that my life is telling me that I should learn about this tiny moment of time that I'm going to be on this earth, I should also think that painting should be eternal. To me, that's like, wait, I can't deal with that. My brain is just like, what? Why should we do that? And I guess a lot of people would say, well, if people before thought that way, we would have nothing, of older civilizations. But I don't know. When I think of, like, I don't know, 5,000 BC, 10,000 BC, I don't think people were like, I'm going to make a plate. It's like, I just discovered that if you cook mud, it hardens. I hope that I can make a plate that people can unearth 10,000 years from now. I hope. I'm crossing my fingers. Hey, people, I'm hoping that I can get this recipe right, this clay recipe right, so that when we all die and they are building a mall on top of us, I know you guys don't know what a mall is, but I've seen the future. There's going to be a mall. And they're, excavating and they finally see a plate. They're going to go like, oh my God, thank God these people knew how to bake. Thank God these people knew how to, make ovens for clay. And now we can see, how they lived. I don't know. That's too much for me. It's too much. It's too much. It may be okay for other people. And for other people, it may be like a non thing, It's like, hey, just, oh, come on, you're complicating yourself. Like, just learn how to paint and just don't argue so much. Just shut up and, what you were suggesting, just shut up and shellac it. Like, come on, what's the issue? Just shellac it. You're protecting the paper. You're protecting the fibers. You're isolating the fibers. Painting it is not going to seep into the fibers. Medium is not going to seep into the fibers. Like, what's the deal? Like, come on, stop whining. Just shellac it. But the truth is that there's something cool about art. That art has also learned about doing things the way you're not supposed to. And it hasn't learned things that kind of throw you back into this journey to do things like how you're supposed to. It's not as if you deviate from that path and you go like, oh my God, I learned my lesson. Let me go back and try to do things the right way, the quote unquote right way. No, art is amazing because you can actually, deviate, completely branch out from that path and say, oh my God, I just had a religious experience because I did everything that you're not supposed to do in a painting and look what happened. And then you look at it and you go like, oh my God, wrong has never felt so right. And it's amazing. And you start to embrace the fact that there are certain things that are only that you can only access when you don't pay attention to how things are supposed to be. Because then when you start to evaluate why things are supposed to be a certain way, you realize there's no real reason for that. Nobody has asked me. I didn't sign a contract. It's not as if you become a painter and it's like, sign the dotted line and just, this little bit, this tiny, the tiny print that says you were supposed to prime properly everything. You didn't read that. You missed that. That was in your contract. No, there's nothing like that in life. Like, you can be a painter and you can paint however the hell you want to paint. And hopefully the choices that you make sense. And if the resulting painting, helps you realize that painting could have only existed if you had disregarded those rules, then there's your answer. Like, then that painting was supposed to be painted that way. So that's where I'm at right now. I usually tend to answer this same question in different ways, but I think the sentiment is always like the same one. But that's where I'm at. Like, nobody else has to follow whatever I'm doing. Like, if anything, if somebody's starting out, I've said that, and I've been pretty vocal about this. I've said this time and again. I've told people, you know what you should do if you go straight to paint on paper? Try to paint on paper the way you're supposed to paint on paper. Like, try to at least seal it in some way. You could rabbit skin glue it. You could shellac it. You could put an acrylic primer, a transparent acrylic binder. You could use whatever you want. You could gesso the paper afterwards. Just make it nice and stable, and then paint on it, just so you know what painting on that surface, on that substrate, feels like, how it's supposed to feel like. And after that, make up your mind. And if it's not enough for you, if you're searching for something else, oh my God, search away. Don't ever stop, because technique tells you to stop. Like, technique is such a tiny little barrier that don't ever. If humanity had respected technique, we would not be painting with oils. Like, this would have been like, some people would have been scared to paint with oils. So they would have been like, hey, egg tempera is fine. Come on, it works. Takes a while, but it works. Let's not. No, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you mixing oil? Why are you mixing pigments with oil? No, no. So no, we have grown because we're bold. All of us. Now, how much are we going to grow because I'm painting on paper? Nothing. Nothing. There's not a growth spurt coming. Why? Because so many people have painted on paper, on cardboard for centuries now. And on raw paper, raw cardboard, we have so many examples of people painting on them. And the cool thing is that for at least 150 years, they look fine. Fine. So, I'm hoping, here's to hoping that my Nicolas from 150 years into the future can defend himself if the paintings turn sideways. And with that, I'm done, and I'm gonna keep painting. But hopefully, that was a good answer to that question.
And in that moment, we would be celebrating 156.
156. Yeah. I hope your hair is some sort of weird. I don't even know if color is going to be a thing 150 years into the future.
Holographic.
Yeah,
holographic
what the hell? Yeah, it's like
hair.
We can see colors like birds now. We're going to have like, VR glasses, and it's like bird mode.
Yeah, your hair is a turtle now.
Yeah, look at you. The expression. No, I was going to say you look fly. Like that was a 90s, early 90s expression. But now it's like you look fly, like you look like a bug. Like I can see you with my bug eyes, and you look hot or cold.
Okay. Yeah, that was
fly.
Something.
My answer or the looking fly part? Actually, the looking fly part. That sounds amazing.
But I thought, I said you had turtle hair. I thought that you were going to go with the you look fly because you have a fly in your hair.
Well,
not like an actual fly, but...
Well, what did you mean with turtle hair then?
That there's not going to be colors, but you could choose like having a turtle in your head.
Oh, like a Super Mario suit.
Exactly.
Like a Tanuki suit.
Exactly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that could be cool.
So, when you told me to search for the video...
I asked you, yeah, thank you.
No, it's fine. I was looking, and I think this is the one you're talking about?
No,
which one? Because that was in linen.
Yeah, no.
And after linen...
It's after that.
I saw the first one that says oil on
primed.
paper.
Yeah, but that one's still primed.
Is this one primed?
Nope, not a bathroom one. Nope.
Because there's no more Jonathan paintings.
Oh yeah, there is. No, it's after that or before that.
No, it's after that.
No. No, it's after.
So wait.
Wait.
No, wait, because I'm going.
There you go. Those.
This one?
That's when it started. With
so it's week 28.
Week 28. So invitation.
So it was July 27.
Yeah.
2020.
So that was the first time. Pretty sure of this.
Oh yeah, it says you're not supposed to. And Monday's first exercise was raw surface.
Oh.
So it was first kind of an experiment.
Yeah, look at that.
Doing things you were not supposed to.
Yeah, like Redhead.
And you stick to it. Let's see if
it changed my life like you did. So
well,
top 4 moments.
But not me.
So Samu, Fer, meeting you, and painting on paper.
So
it's a pretty damn good life, I would say.
Let's see. Dean Hartong was saying, you don't have to. The paper deteriorates if you don't. Norman Rockwell didn't care and used house paint as gesso.
Yes, and he used to say...
He felt the next generation should paint their own paintings. Free choice.
Should have their own masters. I think that's what he said. Let them have their own masters or something like that. You're totally right. Yeah. I love Rockwell for that quote.
Tom Jordan was saying, just in reference to the unprimed paper, I remember Nick talking a long time ago about Olga Boznanska
Yeah.
using cardboard.
Like
What
raw
are
cardboard.
what are your thoughts about the longevity of these paintings you create for OPO?
So it doesn't enter my brain. I wish I wish I could answer, like, my shorthand answer would be I don't care, but I don't want that to make it sound like I am just putting it to the side. So in I think the way I should phrase that would be I I can't care. I can't. Cuz if I let that sort of sentiment invade the practice, the practice of painting, I think that I will question every choice that I've made, you know, in the execution of that painting. Because once you let, you know, longevity, stability of a painting kind of step in, then there are so many things that I've done on paintings that I would have never been able to do or to learn from, more importantly. And so that's why I tell myself I just can't. I can't stop there and think about that, because I know that if I think about that, I really can't come up with like good enough reasons to say, "Oh, you shouldn't do that," because if I put myself in that frame in that frame of mind, then of course a painting should be stable. Of course a painting should try and last for as long as it can. So, yeah, and of course, if you're charging for something, which is kind of weird. I mean, sometimes people, you know, eat food in a restaurant that's, you know, more expensive than what they paid for my paintings. And that food is digested in the next 2, 3 days. So, you know, it's not as if like, oh, it's money, then it should be forever. No, no, we spend so much money on stupid stuff that doesn't last an hour. So it's not. And then people would argue, well, it's art, then it should. And it's like, really? Because that's a lousy argument. There's so much art that doesn't last forever. So there's so many wonderful, beautiful art that has been done, embracing the fact that they don't, you know, that it doesn't have to. But the thing is, it seems to go counter to the idea of painting. But that's a cross that painting shouldn't bear, in my, you know, in my experience. It just shouldn't. Just because it's painting, it has to obey to, you know, let's say 650 years of Western painting, and I don't know, thousands of years of like a broader understanding of painting. It's like, why? Why? There's no reason. The best reason that somebody can come up with is just like, it's because that's how it's been done. What? Who cares how things have been done? Like, what do you mean? Like,
Mm.
if we kept doing things exactly like they have been done for centuries, there wouldn't be advancements in tons of aspects of our own humanity. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not convinced, let's say. So,
So,
but we can argue. We can argue about this. I mean, I'm not going to change my mind. So I'll be kind of stubborn here, but because this is a choice that I've consciously made, so I think it's very hard for somebody to change my mind. But I'm super willing to talk about it for a little bit.
so I was gonna read this because
Please.
I think it's funny because it's the other way around.
Okay.
So Alison Silver said, "I think Nicolas isn't using shellac or primer in order to keep his costs to a minimum. He's ensuring a greater profit per painting." And I think
Yeah.
it's funny because,
Bare minimum.
yeah, because when you don't use a primer,
Yeah.
because the paper is absorbent, you use a
Of-
ton of painting.
Yeah, a ton of paint.
And paint is way more expensive.
Way more expensive than the
So,
paper.
yeah.
Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, that was spot on, Danny.
Yeah. Um so let's read some of the conversations around what you were talking about, priming the paper.
Yeah, I
So-
know that this is always interesting. I know that there's a lot of people that are very respectful of tradition, of both tradition and the technique of painting. Trust me, we could spend days talking, because I absolutely love tradition and painting technique. Love it. I love it so much that I am willing to challenge it. That is true.
So, Liad was saying, I would just like to voice my opinion to shellac. There are plenty of man made products like acrylic mediums that can function instead of shellac. Um, Irving Torres Art was saying, hello everyone. Yeah, it takes time to learn to listen rather than talk. It's a goal hard to accomplish, like Socrates admitting to really know that we don't know anything. Oh, when we were talking about arguing.
Yeah, about our relationship.
Yeah. Marcelo Peralta, also regarding the relationship topic, was saying, my wife can get very angry, but I'm also so calm, and I stay so calm that she just starts laughing at her angriness. Um,
Stoic, Marcelo.
Emery Borch said, I don't really think about future people seeing my painting, but for my painting to see the future.
Oh, that's nice.
Irvin Torres was also saying, your take is so philosophical and humble, Nico. It amazes me. In my case, I care about longevity in my most plain paintings, plant paintings. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening with my English.
It's the hair.
But in sketches and studies, it doesn't worry me as much.
Maybe that's why I feel empowered with like shorter paintings that people, I mean, I think of them as paintings. I have to be super, super honest here. I know that it's a category. I would also, I wouldn't mind arguing about this sort of semantics about why we feel that there is a lesser painting hidden underneath a study or a sketch. To me, it's a painting. There is everything that should be, everything that makes a painting is part of a painting that takes 2 years to paint and is part of a sketch that takes half an hour to paint. So to me, I would argue with that because I haven't noticed. I'm not saying this because of what you said, but it's just how things are categorized and the expectation that saying study means. It immediately says, hey, this is far less complex. This is a lot more simple. This is, a lesser painting. This is maybe a painting, but a lesser painting.
So, I have to correct myself because Leah was saying not opinion, opposition.
Oh,
So
sorry.
it was my opposition to shellac, and I read opinion
I
to
kind
shellac.
of, I kind of
But
got it
Leah
though.
said opposition to shellac. It's an animal byproduct.
Okay,
So,
yeah, please.
Um,
In that sense, or in that sense to any other like animal hide product, I would guess Leah is also opposed to that. But you're right. There are tons of acrylic alternatives nowadays that can do the exact same job, I would say, that the animal hide is doing or a shellac would do.
Tiago CG was saying life is great, but I won't live forever. Oh God. I already imagine myself immortal floating in the universe alone for eons.
Eons.
LOL. Eons se escribe A-E-O-N-S. No tenía ni
Yeah.
What? Enjoy and die. Momento mori.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was almost Camilo like.
Yeah.
We got to introduce
Camilo
them.
in English. Yeah.
We have to introduce them to Camilo Monroy.
Cody Winnicky said, I always jokingly say my paintings are like job security for the conservators. Conservators.
Conservators, yeah.
Of the future because I like to paint on cardboard most of the time, but the real sentiment is more like do what you enjoy and don't worry about 500 years from now. And Liad was saying, I struggle to think there will be people 500 years from now. I know. I'm a super optimistic person. Lauri Wania Silva dice, hi, lindo. y unas caritas de corazón.
Eso es para ti,
Está,
yo creo.
ay, lindo, no, mi amor, lindo acá tú. Entonces, hola Lauri. Ah, no,
No,
pero
o
para
hi,
ti.
lindo, o sea, está lindo, gracias. Voy a tomarlo
Pues
de esa
decir
manera.
gracias por cualquiera de la que sea.
Por la pintura, muy amable por el comentario acerca de la pintura.
Nicholas Mijarevich
Mm.
was saying, Nicholas, your approach to painting was extremely freeing. After only seeing people who had all these rules about underwhelming, no, rules, but underwhelming paintings, I was lucky to find your amazing and freeing work. Thank you. Also, Francis Bacon, who painted on raw linen and made some of the best paintings ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, at first by necessity, and then turned into choice. Because at some points in his life, he didn't have money, which sounds ridiculous. So he didn't have money to go and throw. What did he bet on? Horses and casinos, was it? But I think it was horses, a lot of horses. So it sounds weird because he's probably one of the most richest painters, at least contemporary painters, alive when he was alive at the time, and he just squandered all that money. But there were times where he didn't have money. So the cool thing about that story is that he was painting on one of his primed linens, and then suddenly found that he had no more linen left, and he just started painting on the back of the primed linen, which is obviously raw, and he adored it. He absolutely loved it. So the reason that he started painting was not contemporary in any way. It was not just this effort to try to be weird or strange. It was just because there was no more linen left. But then the cool part is that he had the vision, the necessary vision that an artist should possess to say, this is pretty good. Like, this is actually the sort of painting that I want to paint. And he kept painting on it. So what's funny is that a lot of his paintings have not the raw side, like it's not raw and then the backside of the painting is raw as well. It's actually primed linen on the back of the painting. So he would buy primed linen but paint on the backside of the painting. So it's actually pretty funny.
Liat said, Nicolas gets me.
Always, yes, of
Lapis
course.
Excelsis. So
Shade.
Shade was saying, yay, my Edge Pro Gear easel arrived.
Nice. Very nice.
Wow.
Look
It's
at you
like
flexing.
delivery week
Yeah.
for Shade
Oh yeah, the plant,
and the easel.
Edge Pro Gear. Yeah, when I first saw one of those easels, I was like, oh, I'm jealous, like bad sort of jealous. That was super cool.
No, but congrats, Shade.
Oh, you know who was the first? Oh, maybe not the first. Greg. Do you remember Greg? Of course you remember Greg. Greg
Yeah.
Mason. Yeah, Greg bought like the whole kit.
Wow.
And it is so damn cool. Like, it is so cool. And Greg is such a killer, like, plein air painter that it looks amazing. Yeah, like, for him, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is like good stuff. Like, I have to say, this is a good product. Slightly overpriced, we should say it, but good product for sure.
But I mean, thinking in what he does, like plein air, it's like
it's perfect.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, those those hinges and the because the hinges are probably the most important part, and the magnetic back, the fact that you have magnets that you could slide,
yes,
so that you could prop your painting,
and
those are very cool things.
Yeah, and maybe if you want like a collapsible setup, it's also super helpful.
I mean, you gotta buy an easel, but I think they offer Manfrotto easels also, which are very good, like photography easels.
You know what I remember I saw that they had?
What's that?
In the kit?
What's that?
Maybe I'm mistaken, but they have a lamp that you can attach, like a light on top,
Maybe if you go
Let
painting at
me,
night or something, yeah.
because like for plein air, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, they have
Let
those
me.
little wings on the side that you could put your brushes and
No, but this
medium.
one was like a flexible tube. Oh, I see it. This one.
So maybe for night painting or something?
Look,
Or
like
maybe you're
this.
like dusk painting. That's very cool.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah,
And
they
they have like a phone holder now, too.
Oh, look at that. Oh, see, they have a thing. They offer the Manfrotto tripod. But those tripods are really good. So they're very light,
Mm-hmm.
which is like what
But
makes
sturdy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, which is, the best.
yeah,
That's what you
best
want.
combo.
Exactly. But they're usually like carbon fiber. Yeah, they're expensive but very nice.
Alejandro Morales said, I listen and speak to the video. 20, no, yeah, no.
What?
200 characters are so few to try and discuss any idea in a coherent way and make a case for different opinions.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the longest you could comment?
Yeah.
Oh,
200, 200
really? So
characters,
it's like
yeah.
like a tweet. I don't even know how long a
You know
tweet
how
is.
I would do it? I would open Word.
Oh yeah.
I would text, like I would word out everything I want to say and just like copy 200 words, paste, then
And as soon as
paste,
you
paste,
paste it,
paste, paste.
what? The video's over?
Yeah. They blocked me? Am I in timeout?
Yeah. Julia, is that you?
Alison Silver said, Gotcha. So why not save yourself more money on paint by priming your paper first, while also giving your painting a chance at a longer life?
So why is it about saving money though? Why are
No,
you
because they were saying they were the person that said
Yeah.
that you didn't use shellac in order to keep your
Yeah, my costs.
costs
Yeah.
costs at a minimum. So
Oh yeah. No, but I mean, let's be honest here. Shellac, you could buy that in a hardware store. So no, that's not it. I mean, in our painted lives, there were tons of paintings that we painted on primed linen. So
no. But again, what
Yeah,
they're
so-
saying
so-
is, so why not save yourself more money on paint
yeah, because
by
it's not
priming your paper first?
right. No, because it's not an issue about money. So that's the thing. Like
Yes.
you're basing your argument on
Profit.
costs and
Yeah.
profit. And no, I mean, paintings, how much, like, let's say who has a very expensive, who's selling very expensive paintings today? I don't know. I mean, you could always think of Hearst or Cecily Brown, maybe, Jenny Savile. I wonder who is the most expensive. I mean, there's a ton of like, legends still living. So, but okay, let's pick probably one of the most expensive living artists or painters, which would be Jasper Johns, Louis Dott maybe, but Jasper Johns probably has in auction some of the highest paintings available right now. I would say maybe. I mean, I can't imagine if a flag or if a map would come up for sale. That would be, dozens of millions of dollars for sure. So, how much did it cost Jasper Johns to paint that? It's like, let's say the map or the flag paintings that are usually beeswax. I don't even know if he used the other type of wax, carnauba wax. I don't really know if he was doing like full wax medium, but for sure beeswax, Damar resin, newspaper, because he would put newspaper on top of it, and then pigment or oil. I don't know. It was probably a mess. It was for sure a mess. I mean, those paintings in those years, in those decades, anyone could care less about technique. So imagine.
It just
Oh, okay.
no, but it's fine.
Imagine if the painting cost, I don't know, at most $500 to do. Maybe. I don't know. Like, that's a lot of paint. That's a lot of medium and, stretcher bars, canvas or linen. I have no idea what that painting is on. What those paintings are on. Yeah, $500. I think that could be a good guess. And it would sell now for what? I don't know. $30 million, $40 million, 50, 60, I don't know. So, it doesn't really, I mean, what you can get from a painting is so much more than what you are, than the cost of the painting, so much more that it shouldn't really be part of the pricing. Regular paintings. If you are spending, $2,000 worth of paint in an 8x10 painting that you sell gallery price for $2,500 and you're getting $1,250, then you are very bad at business. So, if it costs you $2,000 and you're losing $750 for every painting that you sell, then you shouldn't be painting. So, I don't know. Painting, I don't think it's about, if you start the argument from cost, it breaks apart super, super quickly. So, no, it's not about cost. Like, it's about the willingness to go against the things that should be done in order to produce the painting that you want to paint. That's what's important here.
Yeah,
that you're sacrificing things for the sake of painting what you want to paint.
Because painting on raw paper is a decision you're taking.
And it's very, 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 I can't say this, I can't stress this enough, so different than painting on a primed surface. Mm-hmm. It's so tremendously different that, the argument just falls short, because you wouldn't be able to say, come on, but you can paint the same thing. No, you can't. Trust me. No, you can't. I would challenge anyone. I mean, I've painted, and it doesn't speak about my own ability, but it speaks about my understanding of painting, which you can believe anything you want about my painting, but I think I have a very thorough understanding of painting. And you can trust me, although you can do it yourself, but you can trust me when I say a raw surface does not feel at all, or paint on a raw surface does not feel anything close to paint on a primed surface. It just doesn't. Absorption is such a huge part of that equation that it can't just be like, oh, come on, you can totally do this on a controlled surface. No, you can't. No, not like that. I mean, maybe you could, in the same way, maybe you could make like veggie pizza and like totally vegan cheese. Yeah, but it doesn't taste like Domino's. Doesn't taste like Domino's. So, my painting on paper, if you want, it's the Domino's of painting. Domino's of painting. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, and I was going to say that when they're saying about giving your paintings a chance at a longer life,
mm-hmm.
I think it also goes, again, it's not because of the profit. It's not like you're trying to cut costs so that you can get more.
Yeah.
Because, the idea of this project was to have a lower price point of your paintings.
Yeah, and so, we've, maintained it in a certain degree.
We maintained that for 2 years.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy.
It's very difficult.
And still, it is a lot less than what a gallery would sell, or the gallery sold the paintings before.
Yeah, if you go to, this is not making this up, but if you go to Nucleus in Portland, they have a couple of paintings of mine that hadn't sold, and they're $1,000. They're small paintings, smaller than this, $1,000. They're still there. That's the price. That's the price I gave them. So they're, that's the price they're going to offer them for. But every single painting that we've offered for now way over 2.5 years is, most of it, I would say 98% of it is less than half that price.
Mm-hmm.
has always been less than half that price. And I would say 90% of it was a quarter of that price. So, you know,
Yeah, but I was also going to say that it's also a decision you're taking because you've talked about how you want to think of your paintings as something that are not like stuck on time,
yes,
but that have a life on their own.
yes.
Like they can grow older with you. So I think, again, it's a decision. It's not like something to cut costs or to just
Or like a
be rebellious. No, it's just
or a problem to solve. No, the way to solve this would be so easy. It would just be like do what you're, quote unquote supposed to do, and that's it. Shut up and just do that.
so. Allison was saying, how does not priming your paper, quote unquote, allow you to paint the paintings you want?
So there's a beautiful way, like paint
Oh, wait a
application.
second. We
Oh,
have Kelly here
for the first
for the
time.
first time, and we have Leech here too.
Oh,
But
Leech probably
Kelly,
was like they're probably together, and Leech
but
was like, oh, we
Leech
should
is
watch their video.
a regular, but Kelly,
Yeah.
Kelly. So yeah, go ahead. I'm
Yeah, she
sorry.
was super okay the other day telling us like, "Oh yeah, I never watch you guys.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
have
and are
no
you
idea.
subscribed? And she was like, yeah,
Yeah.
let me check.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys do."
And she was so funny 'cause she was like, I already subscribed to your Instagram. And I was like, Instagram?
Yeah, we don't have
Kelly, we have a YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, but you were answering to Allison. So do you want me to
Yes.
read the question again?
Please. Yeah, maybe.
So it says, how does not priming your paper allow you to paint the paintings you want?
Okay. So one of the reasons we use medium in paints, for example, one of the reasons that we have decided to ground paint in oil, to ground pigment in oil to create paint, to create oil paint, is because oil has like this wonderful handling abilities. So it actually, as a binder, it disperses the pigment evenly and nicely. So if you think about it, in the pigment, when it's dry, all those molecules, let's say, are bunched up together. They're all bunched up together, creating this beautifully nice kind of dirt, this colored dirt. And what oil does is to take all of those and spread them out very, very nicely and still very capable of maintaining, the color's attributes and the color's qualities, the pigment's qualities. So when we chose oil, we were like, oh my God, this is amazing. But, oil wasn't perfect. So, for example, adhesion it's terrible. Oil has, and I'm going somewhere with this. So oil has a wonderful, it's absolutely wonderful in terms of spreading paint, covering large areas with paint. But in terms of adhesion and drying, it's not really good. It can't really grab onto a surface, and it takes time to oxidize and to be super stable because it doesn't really dry. It doesn't really transform when it dries. It just dries as skin. A skin of it dries when it comes in contact with oxygen. But then, underneath, all the molecules are still moving in oil. It's still very much alive. A painting that is, 2,000 years old, and if you used oil, it's going to be alive. It's a completely, living thing. So we as humanity have realized that oil needs help, and that's when we noticed that we needed like the sap of the tree, like that was very, very sticky, to come into the aid of oil's shortcomings. It would need help in adhering to stuff and grabbing onto stuff. So we were like, hey, there's this sap on this tree, specifically this like pine tree, and we can take this this resin and mix it with the oil, and it's like super wonderful. It now sticks. But here's the thing: mediums had to not only do those things that were helpful for a painting for the construction of a painting, for the stability of a painting, but they also had to be easy to deal with. Like you had to, when you were painting, the malleability of that medium, your ability to recognize that, okay, I can actually push this and I'm not struggling against this medium. This is workable. This, yep, this is workable. Like if I mix these two things, I can actually paint, because it would be pointless if somebody told you, hey, what's really great at kind of dispersing pigment and, covering beautiful areas with color? Molasses. And you go like, well, great, but I can't paint with molasses. How do you handle molasses? You can't, there's no paint handling to molasses. You would have to put like some sort of solvent. I don't know what molasses dissolves with, water or alcohol, whatever. But you would have to dissolve it in order to make it, manageable to try to paint with it, right? So one of the toughest things about painting is trying to reach that balance between what is, pigment and binder need in order to be in order to be kind of dispersed in a substrate in a stable fashion, but also that you can control it, that you're in control of that. So there's been a ton of sacrifices that have been done in order for us to be able to control this, little bout of chaos that goes on when we're trying to paint. But that doesn't mean that it's perfect, that it's absolutely perfect. There's tons of sacrifices that have to be dealt with in order to make painting manageable. But it doesn't mean that if you kind of forego those sacrifices, if you say, what if I don't want to deal with those things? What if I don't want to deal with excess oil? What if I don't want to deal with a primed surface? What if I don't want to deal with the adhesion to a surface, to a substrate? What if I just want to deal with paint, like straight off the tube, binder, pigment, and I just want to paint with that? Then you would say, well, it's going to be hard to handle. Paint handling is going to be tough because you're going to have to use a lot of paint. I mean, you're either going to have to scrub, like I'm doing, a lot of paint initially, and then you're going to have to start to put a lot of paint for you to see that paint. And not only to see that paint, but for you to be able to paint on top of that paint. But there's something so beautiful about having to then be so committed and so aggressive when painting, because, the paper is almost working against you and it's absorbing all this oil from your paint. But you also have to say, I need to be kind of like, in control of this. And it's this beautiful balance of saying aggressive, bold, but you also have to know, like, okay, I can only touch the surface, this much and this much. And because you're working with paint that quickly becomes clay-like, because the oil is being absorbed so quickly by your surface, that it no longer behaves like regular oil paint. And it definitely no longer behaves like oil paint that has been mixed with medium, with, any oil resinous medium. And it definitely doesn't behave like oil that has been mixed with medium painted on a non-absorbent surface. So because it becomes very sculptural and clay-like, you can actually mush paint around and scratch through it, and it's very messy. That's why my painting looks very scrappy, and it's very kind of dry looking, and it just feels like it's almost like scratched on the surface. And I love that. I absolutely love that quality. And trust me, like, I've painted on any, I mean, I don't want to say like anything. I'm probably sure I haven't painted on, like, for example, I haven't painted on ivory, but I have painted on copper. I've painted on zinc. I've painted on all sorts of, woods or hardboards or, clay boards or any sort of masonite, any sort of combination of anything. I've painted on acrylic sheets. I've painted on tons of different types of cloths, synthetic ones, natural fiber ones. Some are like tightly woven. They have a super nice thread count. Others are like super, super open. I've painted on them raw. I've painted on them just with hide, with like size. I've painted on the most expensive linen you can buy, and I've primed them with lead white, and I've waited 8 months for lead white to dry because I wanted to have that experience, and then I've painted on those surfaces. And this is my experience. So you should, like, I hope you can trust me, but I also wish that you didn't, because I really do think that these things, if they're of your interest, you have to experience them yourself. But I have never painted in, like, the, whatever I feel when I'm painting right now on paper, I had never felt with with any other surface. I could tell you that right now. Like, to me, it's it's easy as anything that I've ever come up with in my life. It's just so plain to see, so plain to feel. I think the people that have known my paintings, they would tell you immediately. It's like, oh yeah, that's different. It feels different. That looks different. That's completely like a different equation of painting. So yeah, so I love that small sacrifice of control. I love that the fact that because you are almost challenging the surface, because the surface is almost fighting back what you're doing, it's just such a much more physical experience. I enjoy that profoundly. Like, profoundly. I can't even explain to you how much I enjoy painting now because of those decisions. So again, these are my decisions. They don't have to be yours. And if anything, I hope that my choices, even if you consider them the wrong ones or the irresponsible ones, my choices come from a path of, like, I don't know, what is going to be now 25 years of trying to paint. And I trust them. I trust the 25 years of trying to paint, provided me with enough experiences to know that I'm not being capricious. This is not caprice. This is not just, oh yeah, whatever. Oh, whatever. It's like, oh, dude, take care of your painting. Oh, shut up. Whatever. I don't care.
So Allison Silver was saying, okay, you just articulated the quote unquote missing logic, which was missing from your original train of thought. I originally didn't hear you speak on the technical differences. Thank you. Much respect. And a happy face.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Kelly dice, no es la primera vez, jajaja. Ja, ja.
Segunda.
Yo creo que se comió la coma. No, coma, es la primera vez. Lich dice, Dani, te cambiaste el color. Sí, Lich. Ahora
Tienen
soy
que verla.
pelirroja.
Está más intensa.
¿Más?
Intensa.
¿Más intensa?
Por favor, no.
Esta canción. Sí, ahora soy pelirroja. No quiero Fire. Quiero Ginger Original.
Ginger Original. Suena como una mayonesa o algo.
¿Ginger Original?
Ginger Original.
Pues, pero ¿y por qué una mayonesa sería
No sé.
Ginger?
Porque sí.
Original,
Ese
no.
es el punto de venta.
No.
La nueva.
Sí, mayonesa
Gingeresa.
roja. So, let's go back
way
to
back.
some of the comments that were before. Because I've been like jumping around with the comments.
I
So
know.
I just want to read everyone's comments.
Dark hair Danny was so much more structured.
Emily Painting Elk Keenan
Mm-hmm.
was saying, again, a long time ago, a question for you both.
Yes.
Do you ever post a piece on Instagram and then take it down because you see all the flaws after you post? No, I think that have not happened to me.
No, me neither.
But
no,
I have to say that I was an overthinker before I posted. I know that's not what happens to Nicolas, for example, but I think I've spoken about this quite a lot. And I was I don't know, I had like a tiny panic before posting. But now I just post it and that's it. Like I just post it and I just close the app. But it's not like a panic closing.
like
Yeah, I don't want to see it and I delete the app. No. It's like I post
Throw-
it and now
throw
I'm
the phone to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, now I'm
Flush
fine
it
with
down.
it. Because now I feel that by posting, I realized it's not as important as I thought it was. Like, as I said before, what's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
That you just get one light? What light? Like? No likes? Well, I don't think that's as bad. So now I just don't panic when I post. But no, I think I've never deleted things because I see the flaws. I've deleted old posts, um, like photos, because my Instagram used to be private. So I had like photos with some friends and photos with my family and photos when I was traveling. And I deleted a bunch of those. Uh, but yeah, I've never deleted like delete art after posting it. So, how about you,
Me?
Nicolito? Yeah,
Um,
no,
no, I don't think so.
no.
I don't think so. What I have done, and you've noticed this, and I'm probably going to do this with the Edwin Dickinson painting that I actually really like, but because it hasn't sold or it didn't sell, whatever whatever it is, it doesn't quite matter. I think I'm gonna make some areas more geometric because I want to see what that looks like. So I want some sharper areas like here
Oh,
and
so you're
there.
gonna take risks.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Different,
okay.
like you're gonna take different risks with it. But it's
Yeah.
not like you don't like it and
No, no,
you're
no, no,
gonna
no.
change
It's
it.
it's
It's
almost as
just
if I feel like a sense of like I'm at peace because I'm like, okay, so maybe this hasn't sold yet, and I can see what I can do to it.
mm-hmm.
Um, in order to just try things out, not just try things out. It's like, oh my god, I hope that whatever I can do, helps the painting sell. No, no, no. It almost feels like, oh, okay, cool. I can now, I'm sort of liberated by this, and I can try to take some chances here that I didn't see at the moment at the day when I was painting. So I think I'm going to do that, and I don't know if it's going to be for the detriment of the painting. So I probably would need to put it down our site
Mm-hmm.
just so it's not.
Oh yeah, that you don't paint on top and then it
Yeah,
sells.
because I don't want somebody to buy it buy the first version,
And
and then
then
I'm like,
yeah.
look, I put a parrot on top of his head, and they're like, what the hell? I didn't buy this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, so I need to be responsible in the sense that that I need to take that off the site
Mm-hmm.
so I can feel comfortable working on it, and then put it back. And if it still doesn't sell, like fine, that's
But
totally okay.
I kind of really dig that. Like being like, wow, I mean, it hasn't sale.
Yeah,
So I have the opportunity to
yeah,
just like have a second session of painting or try to rethink the painting in a different way.
yeah.
I think
Well,
it's
I don't know how bold I'm gonna be
no,
with
that's why
the,
I'm saying like
but
maybe a second
but there are little things. I'm gonna say there are little things that I want to be a little more playful with. So I'm gonna give it a shot, and we'll see. And if it works, and I don't want to I don't want to equate working with it sold now. Like, oh, I did these and it
oh
finally
no.
sold.
No, that's the
No,
hard
no, 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 no.
part of art.
No, no, no. I'm saying it works as in me looking at it and not thinking like, oh, I should retouch this or I should, try to do this and this. So it's like the working. I would say it's the peace of mind that you get that you can let something be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I would say that that's probably the most that has happened.
Oh, but I don't think you're gonna take it down from Instagram, the first one.
No, not
So
at
it's
all.
no,
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 no.
no,
Because I mean, I'm saying because of the question that Emily did of
no,
taking
no,
something down from Instagram.
no, no, no. Because
No.
Instagram doesn't. I guess for me, and maybe Danny's with me here. Again, whenever I say and maybe I know that Danny shares. some of these beliefs, but I don't want to speak for Danny because Danny does a wonderful job at speaking for herself. But um, Instagram doesn't validate anything. Nothing. I mean, there could be good paintings, bad paintings, and it's totally, who cares? Like, I I don't think I curate my Instagram page. I just put whatever I paint there. So I trust myself in the sense of me understanding why I'm painting something and why I, wanted to commit to painting something. And that to me is what's interesting, but not the fact that, it's not as if the equation of commitment ends when you post something.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's just like an addendum. But the important part was, I guess, none of that would have existed if you didn't choose to paint something.
Yes.
So
And also too, I would add to what you said that it's not like the worth of your work starts with you posting, which I think is the part that make people panic.
yeah,
Like, if I don't get these likes, like this amount of likes, it's terrible, and they just doubt what they've done. It's like you have to know the worth of what you do. Even if you post, if you don't want to post, if it gets one like, if it gets a million likes, like that's not gonna change. That should not change the way you see
should never.
or you feel about your
Yeah.
work.
Was this Emily asking?
Yeah.
So Emily, I think I have about, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think I
posts?
get about 30% of what I used to get. 30%
Oh, I thought
less likes and less interaction and less everything. I get not 30% less. I get 30% of what it used to be.
Mhm.
And you can check for yourself, and it's super super easy to do that. And who cares? Like what if I decide to give that power over me, then oof, I think I'm going to regret heavily doing that.
Yeah.
And very, very quickly, I'm going to regret it. But
Mm.
no, from the beginning, I chose not to ever give it power. So it'll never have it will never have the ability to dictate if I like something more or less. No, I'm going to make that choice. I'm 100% going to be the person that's in charge of that, not like a stupid, not a stupid social media platform that has this weird algorithm that dictates how I see things and supposedly makes me believe how relevant some things are. No. So if I post something, it's because I'm happy with it. Like, does that mean that it's the best painting I've ever painted? No, of course not. But it means that I'm happy with it. I'm okay with it. So
Mm, Emily painting elk said, "Sorry, I just came back. I had to help my husband, so I'll rewatch middle of the video. But just guessing if you're answering my question from a long time ago. I wasn't referring to number of likes or comments. I was referring to seeing stuff that you didn't see before you posted it."
yeah, but then let's say, because that's an easier question to answer then. If you can just say, oh, I posted this and then I saw something that I didn't like and I worked on it and here's the repost and here's the updated version of that
Mhm.
painting.
I think it
That's
goes
about
hand in hand with what we were talking about some time ago. And I remember Ricardito
Mm.
was saying that they now don't see Instagram as a curated space, and that makes them more free to post whatever they want, even if it's a process or not. And I agree with that 100%, because it's not like if you post it, that's the final version
Yeah.
of it. It's like, no, you could post.
Carved in stone.
Yeah, and you could post like 1,000 posts of the same painting, and it's gonna be okay. Or you could post only the finished painting, and it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, you
Only a
could
process
say
because you didn't want to finish it, it's okay too. So
you could
yeah,
say I thought I liked it. I realized I didn't, and I changed the eye. And
yeah,
oh my god, update. The eye is worse.
yeah,
And you
maybe.
paint then you show people that you don't like the new eye. And then you post the third day and you say eye is now getting better. And on the fourth day you go like holy crap, I did it again. I messed it up.
Yeah,
Like
now I
how
scrape everything
yeah.
and I painted a cow.
Yeah, I'm going to
That's
go
fun.
out and I'm going to walk. I'm going to take a, you know, 15-mile run because I just can't deal with painting. Check with you guys later. It's like, hey guys, I'm back. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I'm a little over dramatic. So I'm going to tackle this eye again. And it's like, holy shit, it's getting better. Look at it. It's better. And then you say, I think I finally got it. I think this is my final version of this painting and I'm super happy with it. And then you go, update. Oh my God, it looks just like the first version. So I shouldn't have touched it. What the hell am I doing? I'm going insane. I love you guys. And there you go. That's what you post.
And then you post an ice cream you
Yeah.
enjoyed.
And or
having.
a puppy. And it's all better.
Yeah.
Puppies
Or a
make-
puppy eating a puppy ice cream.
a puppy eating a puppy.
No, a
What?
puppy ice cream. Because they can't eat every ice cream, but they could eat puppy ice creams.
Oh, okay.
Like dog ice creams.
So ice cream's made of dogs
No.
or ice cream's for dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
Lapis Exilis,
Yeah.
so Shade,
Mm.
was saying, man, this painting is absolutely stunning.
It's the model.
Nah. Of course, it's the painter. The hands of the painter.
I thought you were going to go with the handsome painter.
And the handsome.
No, it's
My
it's too
handsome
cheap.
painter.
It's too cheap now.
Emily Painting Elk said, yeah, I totally agree. I just have a weird thing about the aesthetic of the quote unquote grid. So I delete. Silly, I know. OCD. Yay, puppies. No, but I mean, I think that at the end, it's like there shouldn't be rules. So if you really want your grid or your feed to be super like immaculate, then you can do that. But just like don't feel forced to do something because you feel that's the way you should post. Because I think that's the bad thing. And again, I mean, if you want to post, delete, post, delete, post, delete, that's, I mean, it's your social media.
Isn't
So
that
at
how
the end, you
Kanye?
could do.
Isn't that how Kanye posts?
Yeah, well, but it's like different. Cause
I
it's
know,
like
I know, but you know.
rant, delete.
Oh yeah, but he'll just put something out there and then he'll be like gone.
Yeah. So let's see.
Although I have to say,
What?
and I always tell people do whatever you want. Like that's you do you. But Emily, this is Emily, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but Emily, I have to say there is something good about posting stuff where you just put it out there. You just do it, you know? Which is what usually you would feel if you had like a show. And you would have like, you know, these butterflies because people hadn't seen your work and there's opening night and you're like, "Oh my god, everyone's going to hate what I just did for the last, you know, year and a half, 2 years." And it you know, that was such a tense moment. Such a horrible moment. But there is something kind of gorgeous about just doing something and putting it out there. And if it's good, fine. If it like good in the sense if you feel good about it, fine. And if you don't feel good about it, like sure, you don't have to put it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But I like when you kind of teach yourself that it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's not as if a gallery is going to say, "Oh, you know, we thought of having you for like a roster, and we were checking your feed, and it was so good and consistent. And we suddenly saw the bunny painting, and that bunny painting is just bad. It really is terrible. And we talked it over, and we don't want to have you anymore. And it's very sad because if only you would have deleted that painting. If only you would have edited your feed. But sorry, the bunny painting did it for us. So I'm sorry. It's a no. It's a no from us. No, that doesn't happen. That does not happen. I've seen the Instagram of tons of like famous artists, and they'll post like them fishing, and maybe a painting. There's a sculpture, and then it's like a dessert, and they don't care. They don't care. It's like, who cares? Honestly, it's like, this is mostly entertaining. I think Instagram. It's wonderful when it serves as a place that you can meet other people, and you can be aware of talent that's from so many places in this wonderful world. But in the end, it's very superficial. Very. I don't think it is as important as we think it is.
Mm, so, um, let's see some comments that maybe I missed. David Loran was saying at the beginning, "Hi guys, Nicholas is using Danny as a reference live today." So, Nicholas took a picture of me this morning, and
Afternoon, I would say, or
no,
morning slash
yeah,
afternoon. Yeah.
late morning,
Yeah, maybe.
lightning.
Okay.
Yeah. Y apenas cuando estabas empezando a pintar, Margo decía, es increíble como en esa primera mancha ya se adivina a Daniela.
Pero sabes que
Pero
está.
no sé en qué momento lo dijo.
No, o sea, yo siento que estás medio perdidilla.
¿Sí?
Sí, un
No.
poco. Un po.
No.
Un
Un poco
po.
prepotente.
Pero.
No, yo me veo ahí.
No, sí, pero no sé. Hay algo. Estoy esperando como que aparezca.
No, ahí me veo. Luca Guadaño también
Uy.
al principio estaba diciendo
Bueno, al
hola, ¿cómo
principio.
andan?
Uy,
Entonces sí le sonó
grande.
la...
Ya se debió ir, pero grande, Luca. Al menos para seguir siendo juicioso con la campanita que por primera vez usó hoy Kelly.
Lola Onigiri dice, Dani, como mujer y como persona, ¿el color de tu cabello representa algo para ti? No, no. Pues lo que me pareció chévere de esto, como el cambio de look, es que yo creo que para mí los cambios son difíciles. O sea, yo soy una persona que como que siempre estoy cómoda como en mi zonita y puedo vivir ahí feliz todo el tiempo, entonces los cambios son como que me hacen sentir rara, pero me parece chévere lo que decía, como poder decir, pues me cambié el color del pelo y voy a como conocer cómo me veo con esa versión de pelo, así sea un cambio como súper bobo, súper superficial. Me parece chévere como para entender que así cosas pequeñas cambien, pues yo sigo siendo la misma persona. No sé si eso fue como innecesariamente profundo, pero me parece chévere eso. Como, como no amarrarme a esas cosas y pensar que entonces lo que me define a mí es tener el pelo así y ser de esta manera y verme de esta manera, porque esas cosas pueden cambiar en cualquier momento. Entonces, pues me pareció chévere como cambiar eso y darme cuenta como, pues, o sea, siempre como que soy yo detrás de todo eso. No sé, me fui re profunda
No, no,
con
no.
una tintura, pero eh, pues ¿para qué pregunta Lola entonces?
Uy, salió la regañada ahí.
Mentira. Tiago CG was asking at the beginning, hello, how's it going? I like that painting. What's the reference today? So it's me.
So who's the reference?
Yeah.
The beautiful Danielira.
No, the Danielita without the beautiful.
The beautiful, the
No.
gorgeous
So
Danielira.
mm, uh when we were talking about arguing arguments
Okay.
as a couple,
Yeah.
Julia Tovar was
Ooh.
saying it's great that you guys deal with conflict that way. That wasn't my experience in my childhood, and it's hard to try and do things differently, but striving to do it is a must.
Yeah, we're not. Nobody's really good at doing those things off the
Yeah.
bat. I feel. I really do think that it's almost like an unnatural thing that you're supposed to learn, and hopefully you're supposed to learn it with another person that is willing to learn with you.
Mm-hmm.
So
And for example, Nicolas and I have super different ways of dealing with an argument
yeah,
or like something that's affecting you. I'm the type of person that wants to talk as soon as something happens. And Nicolas is sometimes the person that needs space.
yes.
So he just like goes away. And
Well,
at the beginning, no, but not like away. He
yeah.
doesn't leave
Se
the home and
marchó.
no. But I mean, you need your space.
Yes.
And I've learned that because I remember at the beginning it was hard for me because it's not the way I deal with conflict. So you only have your way of dealing with conflict as a comparison.
Yes.
So I was like, why is he like? I always thought it was because something happened with me.
Yeah,
Like
you always
he's
thought.
mad with me.
You always thought, why doesn't he want to be with me?
Exactly.
When
I
in
thought it
fact,
was
I was like, I just need to be with
yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
right now.
And now I get that. But at the beginning, I had to learn that it's not something against me.
Never.
It's just that he, as an individual, needs his space and time to think. And it has nothing to do that like with him not loving me or him being annoyed with me or angry with me. No. I mean, I'm not even part of that equation. He just
No.
needs time, and I've learned that. So my point with this was that of course it's something you need to like work on, and it's not like just, oh, this is the way I deal with problems, and I'm gonna deal like that with every single person I have a problem with, because people deal with problems in very different ways. So you have to get to like a middle ground. And I think that's what we do. Because you also know that I want to talk in that moment.
Yes.
So you always talk with me in that moment, but you're like, I want to talk to you, but just give me a little bit of space and then we're gonna talk. So that mini time that you give me
Mhm.
by saying me, just give me my time, it reassures me that everything's fine
Mhm.
and we just have different ways of dealing with confrontation.
Yes.
So again, it's hard for me, but I give you your time. And I think that's why it works. Because we just find the balance. It's not like it's my way or no way. But we just like, we're a little bit flexible with each other.
Yes.
So we can, at the end, be happy, both of us. So,
That was very good.
that was very good.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you.
That's very us.
Yes. I'm just, I'm super cheesy and I just,
That didn't sound cheesy at all. I
No.
think that's like a super important part of
Yes.
who we are.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why we work, really.
Yeah, but I was going to say I'm cheesy because I'm always hyper excited to know that it's our anniversary.
Yeah.
And I know it's just a date. I mean, it's not like I want the big celebration, but it's just like a cool way to remember all the things that we've done to be here right now.
Yes.
And I'm just in a very happy place, a very calm place, and a very loving place. So I'm just super happy to celebrate my life with you. So
Ooh, it's a little
yeah.
extra there. Yeah.
Yeah, the violins.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I asked for the check and
the tiny violin.
yeah, they brought me extra dessert. It's like, okay.
Okay, lady.
Yeah, the chef
Was
wanted
just
to
yeah.
tell you that you can try this new dessert.
So, um, let's see. Mm, um, Lapis Exilis, so Shade,
Who's that? Oh, Shay.
said, "Well, that's how compromise works," and some thumbs up. Lola Onigiri dice, "Te ves linda, así también, y me gusta el cómo intentas salirte de tu zona con tu cabello." Muchas gracias, Lola. ¿De qué color tiene el pelo, Lola?
Blanco.
Tengo curiosidad. ¿Blanco?
No
¿Por qué lo
sé.
dijiste con esa
No,
certeza?
no sé. Lola,
¿Blanco? A ver,
Lola no me ha molestado por,
blanco.
¿no? ¿Por
No
la
sé.
edad?
No,
¿No?
Cosette.
Ah, todas son la
Mira,
misma.
Cosette está diciendo qué belleza.
Todas son la misma.
Qué belleza.
¿Qué?
Como me
Sí.
confunde, qué belleza.
Mm.
Em, pero sí, mira, está Cosette, Lola y Julia. Todas a timeout. Pero tengo curiosidad. Yo no sé yo por qué creo. Lola me da como vibes de pelo café, como clarito. Lola dice, jajaja, porque blanco, jajaja, lo he tenido de muchos colores, pero ahora mismo está al natural, es como cafecito oscuro. Bueno, le pegué al cafecito.
Mm.
¿Y Lola lo ha tenido rojo? Am, em, Emily Painting Elk was saying,
Mhm.
Nicolas, have you ever painted Danny from life?
Yeah.
From life, live?
Life. Yeah, a couple of times.
But no, in a live. So
What?
from live, but
Oh,
in a live.
I think
live
one
stream.
time when we
That would be cool.
when we did an Instagram live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I painted Danny.
Yeah. It would be complicated right now because Nicolas,
I would be the
like
only
I'm
one.
seeing Nicolas's back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, first of all, I couldn't, or I could speak. Like I could be
Yeah,
talking.
of course you could speak.
But I would be like this.
No, you could move. I could try to make
So
you.
you could try to paint.
Yeah, I could try to paint you with you moving. That's
But
fine.
I think that we should. I mean, we would have to change
We
the
have to
setup
change the setup like
a lot.
dramatically, I would
Yeah.
say. Yes.
Nick Britt said, "Wow, tune in late, but this is awesome."
Thank you.
Mm,
It's not awesome. It's Danny.
it's not what?
I don't know. I was just going for something. Didn't work out. I whiffed.
What?
Just keep going.
Callum, hey
Oh.
Callum, was saying, "What is everyone painting / painted today?" I want to know too.
Oh, Callum with the conversation starter.
So AHES
Okay.
was asking, how was it when Nicolas painted you for the first time? When he painted
Oh.
me for the first time,
How did you
So-
feel?
he went. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell
the whole story?
the story.
Oh, geez.
So he went to my house,
Yes.
and I. Now I don't know if I want to tell
I don't know
everything. but-
how specific, how granular.
No, I mean, let's be honest. Everyone goes to the bathroom. So I had to pee.
Had just gone to the bathroom.
Yeah, I had to pee, and the intercom was ringing.
Yeah.
So I hurry outside, and I pick it up, and they told me, no, Nicolas is in the building.
What? That sounds like Elvis is in the building.
No, how do you say that?
You know,
Like Nicolas is here.
Nicolas is here. Yeah.
Can he enter the apartment? And I was like, yes, let him in. And I run to open the door, And I said in the living room, I was living with my parents, because he was going to take some pictures of me for a painting. And I just, like, I sat down.
We weren't dating,
No, we
by
weren't
the way.
dating.
Yeah, no.
But you were kind of nervous.
Very nervous.
I have to say that.
Very.
And I was like, hey, how are you? How's everything going? Well, whatever. And we were talking for about half an hour, 20 minutes, I don't know. And then I was going to stand up because we were going to take the pictures. And I realized I had my zipper down.
Like down.
And I was like, wow, I'm sorry. And he was like, yeah, no, I mean, I saw it, but I wasn't going to tell you. It was kind of weird. And you were like super red.
Always.
And I was like, no, I'm sorry. I was just peeing. And you were like, okay, yeah, well, no, well. And I was like, okay. But yeah, it was weird. But how did I feel the first time Nicolas painted me? I really liked seeing the way he saw me. That was very cool. I remember I had a jacket, like a coat, like
Yeah.
a trench coat, brown trench coat, and I had the cap on. And you took some pictures.
Do you think
and
that's somewhere around the internet? That
I
painting?
have it here. Yeah. I posted in my Instagram. I remember that. Because when I posted that, I mean, when you finished that painting, we were already together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it took a
quite a
the
bit.
execution of a painting.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it here.
Oh.
So look,
Yeah, I like that painting
So-
still.
it's this one.
Yeah. I don't know who got that painting. I don't remember.
Yeah, but I really, really like it. And I remember something I saw that I feel was super cool is that I have under eyes by like since I was born. I think it's genetics. And I've never liked them. But in that painting, you painted my under eyes.
Is that what it's called? Ojera?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I really liked my under eyes. I was like, oh, they're cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I remember that. I was like, like, why can't, like, I've never seen my under eyes as a cool thing until I saw that painting. So that's like something specific that I remember from that moment. And of course, that painting means a lot to me because, I mean, it was the first painting Nicolas did of me, and it was like a part of our initial story. So, yes.
Yeah.
How did you feel painting me
With that one,
with that one? Well, yeah, with the first one.
I think it's the better of because I did a couple afterwards also. That I
Well,
wasn't
you've done
super.
a ton.
Yeah. But around that same time, I was doing like a couple of larger ones, and I don't think those larger ones are very good. Yeah, but that one I like for sure. And the one I did in the sketchbook, that's when I realized, oh yes, now I feel like I can paint you.
But at that moment, we were together for a long time, Nicolas.
Yeah. But it's weird. Like
Yeah.
you get there's people that you could have a whole relationship with somebody and you don't get them. Like you don't
Yeah.
connect with them, and you don't feel like you can paint them. So I don't know if it has anything to do with quite so much with time as in with just eventually getting to know that person.
Yeah. Like
And-
a bond. Because
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain, but the one of the sketchbook, the one you're talking about,
Yeah, I love
I
that
love
painting.
it too.
Yeah.
And I feel it's very intimate. Like, I don't know why, because it's a portrait and it's just me standing. And I had a flu. And I remember I sneezed. And I sometimes close my eyes weirdly. I don't know how to say
Yeah.
that.
At
when you're taking pictures.
one close is quicker than the other.
And you took that picture
Yeah.
in that moment, but it just feels like how, like, I don't know how to say, but it feels like if that picture is like a reminder of that moment of our relationship,
Yeah.
and it feels like super vivid. I love that picture.
Yeah.
I love that painting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just
So I do think that one of the the kind of coat that you had there, the
Mhm.
brown one, I think that's the better painting that I was capable of doing at the beginning.
Mhm.
But I really do think that I was only able to paint you when I did the one in the sketchbook.
Mhm.
Like that in my mind is like, okay, this is my first painting of you.
Mhm.
Like this is how it's supposed to feel.
Mhm.
And I was super, super happy. I still, that painting doesn't exist anymore, but I, I, it's probably one of the paintings that I've liked the most of my entire career. So it's very, very cool that it is of you.
I was looking for that painting while we were talking.
Yeah.
I just see another painting.
Oh, I have it in my feed for sure. No? Don't
Uh,
I have it?
thing is that you did a lot of paintings before that one.
Yeah, and I don't know if I was posting quite religiously on Instagram at that point. So
Oh,
it may be that I didn't really I wasn't really thinking about posting stuff that I liked, or I don't know.
yeah, cuz uh so you were painting, wow. You were painting the first painting you did of me when we were getting to know each other,
Yeah?
cuz you posted um like the process of it the 18th of June of 2016.
No way. So 4
Yeah.
days before we started.
Yeah, but then you posted the complete painting the
When?
30th of June.
Oh, very
So
cool.
you
12.
started that uh
Started it
started the painting. We were just knowing
strangers.
each other. Yeah. Then you when you end the painting, we were a couple. So,
Oh, very cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you did a drawing, this one.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, and you're saying,
What did I say? Don't.
"Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I'm saying something stupid there. For sure.
No. No." But I don't see the whole painting of the sneeze. I always call it like the sneeze
The
painting.
sneeze, like the
Yeah.
scream, Monk's
Cuz I remember
scream,
I was like,
Danny's sneeze.
yeah. Why isn't it here? Where is it? Cuz I mean the underpainting
Yeah, I remember
of
the
that one.
umber underpainting.
Yeah, and you upload that the 18th of April of 2017.
Wow. So it took me almost a year to paint you to feel like I was painting you.
Yeah.
Wow. That I didn't have in my
Yes.
like yeah, you had more of a better memory of the time that kind of went from one painting to the other than I did.
Mm, so AHES said, "Wow, this is such a wholesome story." Um, Jean Roussine was
Ooh.
saying, "Was
Ooh.
that why does that painting no longer exist? Because it was part of the sketchbook that
Yeah.
afterwards became the book, the Our Painted Lives book,
Yeah.
and that was burned."
Yeah, uh that wasn't very popular, that choice, but I really felt it was an important choice because I don't know, doing that project and that's and though not that sketchbook, those sketchbooks for a long time for me. It wasn't just about doing those projects. Like it was also about transitioning into doing something very small, very intimate, as opposed to larger paintings that I had been doing when I was working. I don't want to say for somebody else, but alongside somebody else, and that relationship with the person that repped me came to an end quite abruptly and dramatically. I would say it was it's never easy when you have relationships with people that you care about and that are kind of essential to, or you've grown to understand them as essential to your to your life, because this person helped me promote my art, sell my art. He would be the person that would pay for everything that I was doing. um so that came to an end, and I had to find other ways of working, of understanding how to work. And it seemed absurd at the time to just concentrate on something as small as a sketchbook, but that's kind of like exactly what I needed. So to me, it was just about transitioning. It was never really about the paintings that were done in those in those spaces. And I was very sad. It's either the best decision I made, and on hindsight, I would say it is the best decision I made because everything has worked out, or it's like the dumbest one, or maybe the two of them could have like lived in the same universe, but in my mind they couldn't. But I chose to just say goodbye to it in the best way I could, in a way that would integrate Danny, not only Danny and myself, but Samu and Fer. So they were the quickest ones to feel like it was awesome to burn like the paintings, to say goodbye to the paintings.
Well, it
And
was harder for me than for Samu and Fer.
oh, they were like,
They were like, yes, can we
yeah,
do
they were
it?
ripping the pages off, and I was like, okay, we're doing this, I guess. Yeah. um yeah, they were totally committed. I loved the fact that they understood that this is what I did for a living. It's like, yeah, dad sells paintings, but let's rip the paintings out and throw them in the fire.
But I
um
also like the idea of the book being like every copy of the book
yeah,
is like the only thing
it's the only place
that
where those,
remains.
yeah, the only place where those images live,
Yeah.
I guess. Well, aside from memories and our heart and
Yeah, and it's
all that kind of sappy but true stuff.
like every reproduction in the book is as original as it can get because the original no longer exists.
Yes, that's
So it's like,
that's super attractive.
yeah.
um so we said goodbye. We had s'mores first.
Yeah, first.
Yeah, a lot of people think that we threw the paintings and
Yeah, they were like, no,
within
s'mores
that
with cadmium
within
red
that
fumes.
resinous and heavy metal fire, we melted our s'mores.
Yeah, and
And
then
no,
just
no.
like pass
And
out
and then ate some of that and coughed the
blood.
yeah, the little bit of, yeah. No. We were as responsible as you could be.
Yeah.
We probably inhaled a few fumes, but
No, but because I have to say we had like a good ventilation.
it's a good chimney too.
I
So
mean, it's not like we were doing it, I don't know, in the stove.
no, my mother's chimney. It's pretty
Yeah.
good draft. So no.
And we weren't like there in the fire. We were just like throwing the things after we ate.
Yeah. So it's very, it was very fitting that that it almost felt like that had to be done.
Mhm.
And I say it's probably like the dumbest thing ever, because I did receive offers from people wanting to buy the whole sketchbook. They were very generous offers, I have to say. Very, very generous. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
But
I mean, that's when you say, okay, that would have been a great deal, but I had to do this because I just felt like I had to do it.
yeah. Yeah.
and it's something for you. So, because you thought about that while you were doing the paintings, and you were convinced of that. And I know that if maybe someone had make an offer and you would accept the offer, you would always regret not doing what you thought you had to do
Yes.
from the beginning. So,
Yeah. And I also felt, because some people were like, well, why didn't you keep it? You didn't have to sell it. You could have just kept it. I think I would have treasured it um, almost like fanatically if
or
I
you
had
would
kept
have
it.
sell it eventually.
I would have sold it because I have no issue about solving anything. But for the people that go like, well, if you didn't want to sell it, you could have just kept it. But I think it would have become a bit too precious for me. I've always been aware of the sort of precious idolizing quality that images can have,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm super scared of that. So I tend to run the other way when I feel that I'm giving something a little too much attention. Way more attention than it should. I don't know if it deserves, but than it should have. So I'm always super, super aware if I'm just falling way too madly in love with something I did. And I go like, okay, it's time to either sell this or throw this away, but I don't want to keep it near me because it's too much.
Ricardito
Ooh.
dice Utare. Llego tarde. Hola chicos. Hola Ricardito. Hace un ratico estábamos hablando de Ricardo. Let's see. Sergi Arts dice, hola, ay no me digas que llego tarde. Y una carita sonriendo con lagrimita.
Sergi y
Sergi.
Ricardo hay veces coinciden, me he dado cuenta, no sé por qué.
Pero ¿sabes yo por qué creo que coinciden? Porque
Mm,
Sergi y Ricardo no le han dado clic a la campanita. Entonces, pues...
Ricardo nos ha dicho que sí.
Sí, nos ha dicho, ¿no?
Pues todos, o sea,
Caras vemos,
Ricardo miente.
notificaciones no sabemos. Y Sergi Arts dice, by the way,
Ujú.
gracias por la recomendación de ayer de Angela Song. Su trabajo con Wash es impresionante.
Divine, sí.
La última obra que subió de unas plantas es increíble.
Es una locura ella. Y es divina, o sea, es una persona increíble.
Ricardito dice, hasta envié un video que lo hice. Ay, cierto.
Sí.
Y
Proof.
Sergi Arts dice, mentira, yo sí la tengo puesta. Jajaja.
Proof of life.
Sí. Alison Silver said, Nicolás.
Yes.
No, as if you were saying. So,
Oh.
Nicolás, ¿cómo es que se dice dos puntos?
Colon.
Nicolás, colon.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. I love that painting I did of you, but that painting doesn't exist anymore. Everyone, Nicolás should have primed that paper. LOL.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, the painting. I did prime that paper, by the way. Yeah. I primed every single page. Well, no, there was some. Well, I don't remember.
No, I think you primed everything.
Yeah, I think I primed every single
Yeah.
page of those sketchbooks. I think there were like 3 sketchbooks in total, maybe.
So,
And like some loose pages, probably. but-
Liat was asking, Nicolás, did you use the painting as an excuse to keep seeing Danny?
Did I use the painting? Oh, like painting her? Like looking at her? No, that sounds. I mean, if it's just like, oh, I want to look at Danny, that sounds a little freaky. So maybe no. I mean, the painting of her is because I found her like fascinating. So, of course I want to paint her. But I was hoping painting would give me an excuse to talk to her a little bit more, for sure. Yeah. I'm not dumb. I'm not going to say no.
Yes,
I mean, it's the only thing I got. Like, I
but
don't
you
have...
didn't even talk that
No,
much.
well, I mean, if I open the door and, pants down, it's like, okay.
Pants down, no, Nicolás.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean,
what
it
is
was
going
just
on? Like,
the
I came
zipper.
here. I came here to paint. Sorry, lady.
And I even remember I mean, you took the pictures
Yeah.
and it was raining. So I told you, like, no, if you want to, like, call a cab, you can wait here. And you were like, no, 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 don't worry, I'm gonna go. So I was like, okay, just let me know if you arrive safe. Because that's something I always do. I mean, it's like, just tell me. And you were like, when I arrive, where? And I was like, wherever you're going. I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know.
just
Did I
like,
say that?
yeah. And I was like, it's just raining. I mean, it's just to know that you arrived fine. Why wouldn't I arrive fine? And I was like, okay, so don't let
What?
me
Did
know.
I say those
Yeah, you
things?
said that.
I was probably very nervous.
We've talked about this.
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, I
It's just
mean,
nervous. I'm sure I was just
but I
nervous.
remember then you wrote back like, I arrive. I guess I had to let you know. So I was like, haha, thank you, I guess.
Ah, what a wise guy. What an idiot.
But I remember that you blushed and you were like, when I get where? And I was like, I don't care. I don't know. Like, wherever you're going, I don't know, your
Yeah,
house,
I
a
don't know.
mall.
Why did I
I
say
don't,
that?
yeah,
Yeah, what an idiot.
it was funny. Um,
Wasn't aware of that.
uh, Jean Roussine said,
Ooh la
eBay,
la.
eBay.
eBay.
I wasn't aware of you during the sketchbook project. Lola Onigiri dice, tan bellos ellos.
Ay, Lola. Pilas.
Mm. Emily Painting Elk was saying, I wonder if there are a higher percentage of quote unquote blushers among artists. I've always easily turned red also at the silliest things.
Oh, I blush because I mean, I'm super shy. I was always shy when I was little, when I was a kid. Always super shy. And that coupled with me being very fair skinned. So
I
I'm
have
like
to
a
say,
rosy baby. So sadly for people with like my skin, we wear our emotions like, you know, on the surface.
but I have to say, I'm also like super fair
But a different
skin.
sort of fair.
Yeah, but I never blush.
Different sort of fair.
I think I don't blush. Because I remember when we went to the gym,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I'm super red. And you were like, you're super pale.
Yeah, you're dead. You're
Yeah,
dead.
are you okay? You're paler than ever. But yeah, I think I don't blush.
There's a lot of people that don't. There's people that don't sweat. People that don't blush. I used to always be like, damn people that don't blush. Like, because it was always like a sign of like you can't hide behind blushing. If you
No,
blush,
but I
it's like
love that from you.
it makes everyone know how you feel. So
I love
it
that.
is like, and when I was little, I used to be like, damn these people that can feel embarrassed or insecure, but their body can hide it. I always felt that. It's like,
But
stupid
sometimes
people.
it's hard because, I mean, I could be super nervous or super shy, but my body can't show that. But then I can't speak properly.
Yeah.
And then I think that people just think, like, is she dumb? And it's like I'm having a panic attack trying to, like, word my things out. But my body is, like, perfectly put.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, sometimes it's not as good.
We all struggle, I feel.
Yeah.
Everyone struggles. But no, but I haven't gotten over it because I think my body blushes even if I don't really even notice it. But I don't care that much anymore. I really don't. I'm like I fight my kind of anxiety and my shyness just by being super open. So not like uncomfortably open, but I kind of tell myself like, okay, this can't beat you, and I just, I'm just very kind of open, and then I feel super comfortable being open. So it's a funny thing, but yeah, but deep down, I am like, I'm shy. I'm always gonna be that person for sure, and I'm okay with that. I think that is what gave me the personality that eventually is the one that, the sensitivity that became the painter me. So I'm super respectful of that too. So I like that.
Yeah, and nowadays you don't blush with me because, I mean, you're super comfortable with me. But I have to say that some of the thing, like a thing that I remember when we were dating that I
Yeah.
really loved from you was when you blushed because you were always trying to keep it super cool.
Yeah.
But sometimes you were like trying to keep it super super cool, and you were like blushing so much.
Yeah.
So like I knew that you were trying to show your emotions in a different way, that you were really feeling them. So I love that. I felt that was super cute.
Okay, but that's painful to hear, but okay.
No, why?
Painful.
No. Uh Live Veiled Boy,
Ricardito.
Ricardito, said, I don't blush. I also don't fart.
Oh, stop it.
Emily
I'm going to
Painting.
believe 50% of that,
Mhm.
Ricardo. I don't know which 50%, but I'm betting half of that is not true.
Mm, Emily Painting Elk said, most people don't blush, non blushers, Ash. And then Emily said, that was a joke, of course. I'm just jealous. Lola Onigiri dice, ay no, qué belleza esa conversación de hoy, jaja. Ese Nicolás es todo frío, pero por dentro es un más melo, ya me di cuenta.
Una mogolla.
Sí, sí.
Todo frío. Además de un saco todo frío.
No, no es frío.
Yo acá rompiéndome todos los días por ser
¿Qué?
todo abierto.
No.
Y esa Lola, uy, este Nicolás es todo frío.
Todo frío, pero un más melo.
Yo me lo aguanto. Ahí pinta, porque pinta bien, pero la verdad es re frío.
Ricardito said, of course the last half. Lips don't fart nor blush. Lulu Mohammed was saying, hi, I love you.
We love you too. Thank you. Yeah, sure.
Lola Onigiri dice, lo dijo Dani, no yo, jajaja. No, yo estaba hablando de que la temperatura, es que no supe explicar.
No.
Cuando estábamos hablando de la temperatura corporal, que tú eras más caliente y yo era más fría. Y dije que igual era muy chistoso porque yo aparentaba ser... No, ¿qué?
Sí,
que yo era fría en mi temperatura, pero yo era como súper cálida en mi personalidad, como abiertamente cálida, y que tú podías parecer frío cuando eres súper cálido. No sé, sí, no importa, me volví a enredar. En mi cabeza era súper bonito y tenía sentido. Wishlist011 said,
oh, we haven't had wishlist for a little bit.
Was saying, Nicolas, did you not know that you were blushing with Danny? I'm super aware when I blush. I think that he knew and he blushed a little bit more.
Oh yeah. For
Which
us
I loved.
blushers, when, this is the toughest part of blushing, is when you are aware that you're blushing, which only makes you even worse because now it's a cycle of blushing. So yeah, nature is very, very unfair.
And I remember
But,
you just like turned your face and you were like, yeah, no, I mean, you know what? I think I had a call. Let me just check that call. Yeah, but you were trying to do whatever you could. So I didn't realize
what was I trying to cover?
I don't
cover
know.
up. I don't remember. I mean, I'm sure that happened. I'm positive.
I mean,
but...
that's like that happened when we started like flirting.
Oh, okay.
I remember that. And sometimes you were just like blushing, but you realized you were blushing, so you tried to like cancel the situation. But I just love that. So, memory lane.
Yeah.
Uh,
Painful for me, apparently.
No, because again, that's one of the things I
Help
really
me forget.
loved about our dating stage. I don't know how to call that.
Dating stage you just did.
Matt draws stuff.
Yeah.
Was saying,
Hey,
painting
Matt.
is looking great, Nicolas. First
you,
time
Matt.
here.
Yeah,
Oh,
awesome.
welcome,
But
Matt.
awesome having you here.
welcome to join us every day.
Well, he doesn't have to, but
No, welcome to join us. I mean,
you're
you don't
welcome.
have to, but you're welcome to join us. Did you say you're welcome?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
I
blushing.
said welcome
I don't
to
know, I'm
join us.
blushing
You're
right now.
welcome.
I have a
What's wrong
call.
with you?
I have a call.
Lola Onigiri dice, yo soy roja todo el tiempo con las personas, es horrible y sentir la cara hervir. No, 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 horroroso.
No, yo que yo que tengo temperatura ya alta y cuando uno se sonroja es como, o sea, el horno se prendió, o sea, yo creo que yo puedo empañar las ventanas.
Pero ¿sabes qué pasa? Que cuando yo te dije, cuando yo te digo estoy súper roja, yo siento la cara como, o sea, un horno, hirviendo. O sea, yo la siento hirviendo, pero me veo y no me pongo roja.
Sí. En cambio yo 17 segundos en la trotadora y parezco un pollo hirviendo, o sea,
No. Julia dice, fellow blusher over here, not cool. Gotta go, amazing painting as always. Julia, ¿por qué nos abandonas?
si Julia está muy un comentario, me voy.
Sí, todo muy chévere. Nos vemos.
Ujú.
No, tan chévere, Julia. Liet said, am I the only one that likes to make people blush if I'm flirting with them?
Oh, that's
That is-
cruel.
I don't know how to make someone blush.
Yeah, because you have to make somebody feel uncomfortable to make them blush, but you know.
You know?
Well, I mean,
Juliana was saying, such a great piece. I'm working on something red right now.
oh, we're connected.
Mm. Ricardito said, there is two kinds of people in this world. Blushers and non-blushers.
That's it?
Thank you.
Yeah, mic drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you
Exit
for your
stage left.
knowledge, Ricardito. Let's see. So I'm gonna go back to the questions I may skip by accident.
Sure, by accident.
Kakairo
Mm.
decía hace tiempo,
Mhm.
Coco está quedando divino, la primera Ginger Dani está espectacular.
The first
Ay.
Ginger Danny. Ya
My
le-
Kakairo. Thank you.
No, that we could call it the first Ginger Danny.
The first Ginger.
Proto Ginger.
Proto Ginger.
Mhm.
Let's see. So, where was I? Van Sant was saying hello,
Oh.
Danny and Nicolas.
Ooh la la,
Hey,
it's late.
Vincent,
Late
how are
for
you?
Vincent.
Elaine Shukri was saying good morning, Nicolas and Danny
Oh wow.
from Melbourne.
Oh, I was guessing. Yeah, it had to be across the world. So, good morning. G'day, mate.
Oh,
Yeah, I went for that.
that sounded like good evening, but
Oh, I think that was
good
pretty-
evening.
Oh, that did not. That sounded
Good
way-
evening.
That sounded way better than what you're doing.
So,
It's bad, but it sounded better.
good evening.
No, what are you doing?
Because you were saying
That's
like
not
good
even-
evening.
No,
good evening.
good day. Like
Good
day.
evening.
Oh, let's. What was her-
Elaine.
Was it that bad? I mean, it was slightly stereotypical.
Good
but-
evening.
Slightly stereotypical, but
I mean, I heard good evening.
please let
so.
Danny know if it was that bad.
So, good evening.
And I apologize for
Elaine.
that. If I went full stereotype, I apologize.
So, Elaine said, I have a question.
Yes.
How do you prep your paintings
Oh,
on
Jesus.
moleskin for sale? ¿Qué es lo que significa IE?
Like, for example,
For example, do
i.e.,
you varnish, put it on a board? I'm just
so
curious because it's different from what I've seen sell, which is usually on canvas and framed.
yeah, yeah. I mean, traditionally, for sure, paintings are usually sold either on stretchers or if they are done on some sort of board. The board is either cradled or just sold as a board by itself, or, in both cases, you can just frame, the piece. You can frame a stretched over canvas piece of linen or cloth or whatever you're painting on, or you can frame a painting that's done on any hard surface. So yeah, so that's traditional, but to be honest, for decades now, drawings in particular, but I think drawings opened like the universe for the rest of us to contemplate, like not only selling but exhibiting, works on paper, for example, in a more free way, in a far less formal way, I would say. Yeah, so for decades, people have pinned drawings to the wall. They have used little magnets. They have taped drawings to walls. It's actually super super open. There's something very freeing about paper. There's something that's elegant, but at the same time, it's just very sort of worldly about paper. It's just like everyday life. This is a thing that's drawn on a piece of paper, painted on a piece of paper. It's a wash on a piece of paper. There's a quality to that feels like, okay, this is not trying to be anything other than a wash on a piece of paper, a drawing on a piece of paper. It's almost more akin to just scribbling on a napkin almost. It's almost like keeping a napkin that has like a tiny little sketch that somebody did of you on a bar and you just liked and you kept forever. So I do think that there is that we do have to fight whenever we think of painting. We do have to fight that urge to think that every single painting has to be imagined the same way, has to be exhibited the same way, has to be socialized the same way, just for the sake of it being a painting. So if I told you wooden sculpture, that doesn't mean anything. Like, you could show a wooden sculpture with a base, you could show it with no base, you could show it, I don't know, hanging from a wall, you could show it just placed flat on a table. You would say, I don't know how are wooden, like, what's a wooden sculpture? Like, that means so many things that who knows how those things are presented or exhibited or socialized. You could find a myriad of ways in which a wooden sculpture is shown. But for some reason with painting, we have grown, I think we're just kind of lazy, and we have grown accustomed to thinking that it has to be done the way it's always been done. Always. So if it has a nice expensive frame, then every single painting should have a nice expensive frame. Because if I go to a museum, I see thousands of paintings with nice expensive frames. If I go to a gallery, well, if I'm going to pay tens of thousands of dollars for a painting, it better have $1,000, a frame that's worth a couple of $1,000s, because I want to pay for something that's worth that. So I want the paint to be amazing. I want the stretchers to be amazing. I want the surface to be amazing. I want the frame to be amazing. I'm paying for all that money. But the truth is, like, there's, Raymond Pettibon just draws on, a piece of paper. There's tons of Francis Bacon's that were done on a piece of paper. One of the most fascinating de Kooning drawing, Rauschenberg drawing, Robert Rauschenberg drawing, is the one of an erased de Kooning. So it's an erased sheet of paper. That is one of the most fascinating things in all of drawing history. It's an erased de Kooning. So it's a piece of paper. So there is something to paper that's quite fascinating, but it almost goes counter nature to painting. And it's nice to put them together. It's just nice. It's nice to see them fight together. It's nice to see them kind of spur this conversation about, oh my God, there's a painting living temporarily on this piece of paper. It's like, the walls are collapsing. Like I can see a black hole where the sun was supposed to be. It almost feels like that. It feels like this is the wrongest thing that you could ever do, when in fact it's just paint on a piece of paper. And the piece of paper, a lot of people think it's gonna, like, oh my God, I heard something in the middle of the night, and look at that, like the painting spontaneously combusted on this piece of paper. I knew it. Paint should have never touched the piece of paper. We almost burned the apartment down. No, it doesn't happen. None of that happens. None of it happens. The worst thing that can happen is that the painting becomes like slightly duller, and the paper, if it's acidic, it becomes slightly yellower. And that's about it. But that's everything that's done on a surface runs the risk of the surface just being harmed or transformed by time at some point. At some point. But I always argue that we always are fine with the idea of at some point. As long as I don't witness it, then it's good. But, but we don't want to deal with the idea that some point will come eventually. When eventually? Maybe it's 200 years from now. Maybe it's 500 years from now. But it's so weird how we understand time in art. It's so distorted. It's so distorted that we don't really know how to rationally answer that. And it all has to do with investment or institution or legacy or responsibility towards future generations. I mean, things that are so abstract or have nothing to do with, painting something. It's like, imagine me thinking of painting Danny on a piece of paper just because I want to celebrate our 6-year anniversary. I want to paint her. I want to think about her. I want to talk about her during this live, and that's what we've done. And I want to paint her as a redhead because it's the first time in 6 years that she's been a redhead, so that's awesome. And imagine, aside from thinking those obvious and wonderful things that are like really the things that should carry the painting that session, imagine me thinking, oh shit, I should have prepped the paper because maybe in 500 years, when they are searching for the file of, in the Google archives for this painting and what we talked about, it would have been nice for them to see the exact same painting that I painted at that moment. And, that to me sounds so absurd. Trust me, I am sure that I'm sure Rembrandt had an idea of future. I'm sure of it. But I'm sure he wasn't like thinking, oh shit, I think I put way too much varnish, Damar varnish on top of this. This is going to yellow a lot over time. And maybe 400 years from now, people are going to look at this painting in their, computers or screens. And everyone was looking at him in Amsterdam like, screens? What the fuck are you talking about, Rembrandt? It's like, yeah, I know. But trust me on this. Everyone's going to be looking at this and they're going to be like, that's not what Rembrandt painted. I don't think it was that yellow. Damn you, Damar varnish. Damn you. Like, nobody thinks that way. And if you do, don't be that person. But I don't know. I'd much rather I'm free of all those things, completely free. And the painting is what it is. It's a piece of paper with a painting on top. And that's it. And you could do whatever you want. We have had people that paid for our paintings. So in many ways, they have shown us that they respect our hard work and they are willing to like prove it to us, or not prove it to us. It's not about proving, but they're willing to say, I am so invested in what you're doing and I so enjoy what you're doing that I'm going to pay for it. Here's your money. And then they tape the painting to their walls on their studios, and they sent us very proudly a picture of, our paintings just taped to their walls. And I think that's awesome. And there's been people that are like, after a year of thinking, I finally found a frame, and they show us the frame and they think it's perfect and it's amazing. I remember somebody in Spain that had like a welding like a shop, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They actually took scraps from all the welding stuff that they do, and they built a frame for our painting, and they were super super proud because they thought it looked super cool, and they showed us that. So it could either be pinned, or it could be a frame that you think about for a year, or it could be a frame that comes from scraps of your life and it's cool, or it could be taped to a wall and it just accompanies you while you work, and it's all good. Like, painting doesn't have a place. It doesn't have to fit into this beautiful little, you know, kind of perfectly shaped, crystalline box that is protected by history. It's almost like aided by everything that we've done in the past, but it's also conditioning us because it's been constructed by everything that we've done in the past. Like, sure, things that we've done in the past are amazing, and I think that everything wonderful about painting, or everything that I think is wonderful about painting, I try to channel into this. Like, this is my effort in trying to say, this is what I love about painting, and I try to make the best little painting that I can. But everything else, I'm like, nope, my work is not about those other things. And maybe if I lived in like 1640 in Amsterdam, people would faint and be like, oh my God, what are you talking about? Like, you have to care. But I don't live back then. So I shouldn't paint like I lived back then. And I should paint like I live now and here. And my now and my here, just don't worry about if the paper yellows, or if the paint dulls, or if, I don't know, I don't. And I think I'm lucky enough that the person that looks at our work kind of says, you know what, I'm okay with that too. I have tons of other paintings that will be fine for the next 50 years. And maybe they're like, you know what? I'm curious to see how your painting just slowly fucks up and shrivels and dies, in the same way I die. It's like, could you imagine? I would love that. Imagine having a painting of ours, and then you keep the painting for the next like 50 years, and you've seen that painting just age, and you know it, and you know the little blemishes, and you know where it's become more transparent, and you know where it was rosier and more saturated, and now it's duller. And you go like, we're just leaving this world together painting. We are. We were just here for a little bit. So I think it's cool. I think it's nice. I think we have to give ourselves a chance at least a chance to think that painting can be those things. Like, it just doesn't serve our purpose today to think that just because we paint something based on all the teachings, for example, from, I don't know, High Renaissance and Baroque, just because we cherish those teachings doesn't mean that we have to do everything like they did. So we can carve our own path, and we can signify painting in as many ways as we want. That just depends on us and our journey. So this is the way I've decided to signify painting, or to re-signify painting for myself. And it shouldn't be the way that you do it for yourself, but it should show you that you have liberty if you desire it, that you have that chance if you desire it, because painting is kind of boring and predictable if you feel like you don't. If you feel like you have to prime something the way it has been primed for, over 600 years, I mean, yes, but maybe it can be done differently. Maybe it can be completely disregarded. Maybe, and maybe nothing happens, So anyways, let's finish there, because this text is nothing. Honestly, it has nothing to do with the painting. But I like the little pattern of vertical text for the painting, because it just kind of cascades down. So I actually like that accompaniment.
It's like a poem.
Oh.
I'm gonna read it.
Dos tiras de la bata, izquierda, derecha más corta, el ombligo, sombra del peso, sombra.
Yeah. Wow.
It's either a poem or a really bad Ricardo Arjona
No,
verse.
no, no, no. Oh no, I don't want to be.
Dos tiras de la bata.
No, Nicola. But
Okay, so
yeah. So
I think we're good.
yeah.
Should we? Are there questions that we can answer like super quickly before
Um.
we say goodbye?
So,
Nice.
Margo Delgado dice, dice, ¿no eran los prerrafaelistas los que pintaban muchas figuras femeninas pelirrojas?
Sí, pues, o sea, no es que sean ellos, sino que pues eran pintores victorianos ingleses que pues terminaban pintando mujeres con aspectos clásicos ingleses y pues supongo que si uno está pintando modelos ingleses, pues seguramente va a haber mujeres muy de piel muy blanca y pelirrojas, o sea, es por pura probabilidad. Si los pre-rafaelitas hubieran sido colombianos, ecuatorianos, venezolanos, peruanos, pues seguramente las mujeres hubieran sido pelinegras y más morenas. Entonces,
Lapis Exilis was saying this cool highlights on Danny's hair and some smiles with hearts. And Emily Painting Elk was saying, I was hoping you'd leave the text. Beautiful.
Emily Painting Elk, we sure did. I think it works nice.
Yes.
I think it can be cheap many times, but I think right now it works okay.
Yes.
So we're going to leave it.
Jefferson Rivera dice, linda pintura.
Jefferson, gracias. Yo también creo que es muy linda. Sí, como mi lindita.
Ay, no.
Dos tiras de la bata. Derecha más corta el ombligo, sombra del sombra.
No más. So we're gonna end on that note.
On that note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for
Thank
joining
you.
us. And thank you everyone who were sending their loving messages for our anniversary.
Oh, yeah. We're very happy.
We're very happy.
Very proud because we've worked hard to be super respectful of each other and super cool friends and people that, two people that can, that love each other immensely and can work with each other like day in, day out. We see each other every day, every second. Honestly, I have this weird feeling that if we didn't grow tired of each other now, it's very tough.
Oh, it's never gonna happen.
To feel like there'll be a point in my life that I grow tired of you.
No.
I think we're just,
No. I mean, I've heard your Ricardo Arjona singing.
If you could live through that.
You've heard my Shakira singing.
Yeah, I can't live through that. Out the door.
No.
Out the door. A dying goat.
I think we've
a dying goat.
The fire.
It's a goat begging to be like cooked.
The fire test.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good for the long ride.
Good. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone.
Yes.
I'm just so happy to be with Nicolas and to be here with every one of you in the live stream.
Yes.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
And please don't be, por favor no sean, como Darian, que dice, llegué tarde hoy.
No,
Darian llegó a la despedida.
No.
Entonces Darian...
¿Yarian Dagardo?
Garian Dallardo sería.
No.
Pero Darian, toca darle clic a la campanita.
O sea, Darian, ahorita que terminemos, clic en el icono de nuestro canal y al lado del botón de suscribirse.
Sale una campanita.
Una campanita. Y Darian de pronto había sentido como, ¿qué pitos es esa campana?
Sí.
¿Para qué sirve esa campana?
Sí.
Darian, la campana notifica cuando estamos en vivo.
Darian dice, lo siento, chicos. Tranquilo, Darian.
Ahí
acá
sonó todo
estaremos
Ralph
mañana.
Wiggum.
Sí, acá estaremos mañana esperando a Darian desde el principio de la transmisión.
A la hora que sea, Darian.
Uh-huh.
A la hora que sea.
Sí, ¿y cómo vas a ver, Darian, que estamos en vivo si es a la hora que sea?
Pinche la campana.
¿Pinche la campana? No.
No sé.
¿Pica
pues no es la pinche campana. Es pincha la campana.
Pero nadie dice pincha, ¿sí?
Pincha, pues claro, México.
Pica.
Pica, pincha. Pincha la campana.
Pica.
Llamemos a Fer. ¡Fer!
No, ella va a decir clica.
Clícala que sí, Fer.
Sí.
Anda. Fer. Ferchuchi. No.
No, no quiso.
I don't
Bueno,
know. She's
so thank
smoking
you.
pot somewhere.
Nah, Nicolás.
I know. She's 10. I mean,
So thank you,
I
everyone,
lost her.
for joining us.
Thank you.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Be sure to check
Pinchate
out.
the campaign.
Be sure to check our webpage.
Yes.
Be sure to check our Instagrams.
Yes.
And be sure to be here tomorrow.
Yeah. If
We
you
would
like this
be-
painting, it's going to be on ourpaintedlives.com.
Yes.
I'm probably going to rework Edwin Dickinson's painting
So you're gonna take it
tomorrow. But if you like it,
You have
buy it
until
today. You have it until
tomorrow,
today. Yeah, I like it. So I'm just
love
like,
it.
no, I like anything I do. I do. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't paint it. So, but if you like it and if you want it to remain untouched, then, buy the painting tonight. But if you're curious about where it will go, I mean, I won't do anything like super weird to it. That's the thing. It's just little things, tiny little things. But if you like it as is, you have that chance today. If not, then I'll probably ruin it. And if you like this painting, it'll be up in about 15, 20 minutes. So,
Yes. In our webpage.
Yeah.
That is ourpaintedlives.com.
Boiledghost.com.
Yes. And
Lasagnacadaver.com.
and it's a
NicolasUribeArt.com.
pinned comment.
Okay.
So you could check it out.
A pinnedcomment.com.
And no, pinnedcomment.com.
No, we haven't bought that.
No.
Sorry. Give me 10 minutes.
So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.